Oh, dude, what is going on with my internet right now? I did a stream test and it was literally fine. Hi everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I'm here. It's Thursday. Welcome to tonight's stream. This is the first stream in a while that isn't, codename stream related. But I will say, since that marathon's still technically going on, any donos that happen, any subs and bits that happen during this stream will go towards that. It'll go towards funny incentives. Oh god! I almost died shilling myself. One thing I will say, since this is a Pokemon stream, one of the incentives we did meet was Pokemon Emerald with custom rules. So if you haven't submitted rules, or if you thought of more fun rules to submit, we have it in the stream submissions channel in the Discord. You can submit as many funny-ass rules as you want. You can submit in whatever rules you want, and people will vote on them. They can react pretty good if they want to see it as a rule. Oh god. But yeah, it's been a hot minute since the week 7 stream, hasn't it? It just kind of was unfortunate timing. It had to be delayed until after Codename stream, and then it was gonna happen on Tuesday, and it had to be delayed after that. And my internet was dying yesterday, so I didn't even get to really stream more than like a half hour. And it's kind of dying right now, but I'm optimistic it'll be better. That could be a rule. If you, like, put that in the channel and, like, enough people vote it, that could be a rule. I could, like, grow as a person. And if I don't grow as a person, I have to keep playing the game. Like, that could be real. But yeah, I won't chill it out too much, because it's not really the focus of tonight, but I am still accepting donos for Codename Stream, even though this is not a Codename stream itself. And you could do that in any way you want, or you could laugh at me because I didn't make it into playoffs. You could do that too, because I didn't make it into playoffs. I mean, I had a good match this week. It made me look good, but I didn't make it into playoffs. So I don't know. God, my throat is, like, all fucked up. It's the allergies, man. It's the allergies. They're starting to get to me. But let me hop in. Let me hop in. What's up?
Oh, hi. What's going on? What's going on, nationwide? Alright, I was just like, I was just playing with the Filecoin logo. Don't worry about it. It's week 8, replay review. This is the 8th week that has been played, and it happened like 3 weeks ago, so nobody remembers it. So that's pretty cool.
I remember.
I'm looking at who we got around today. We got Joan, we got Eve, we got Sauzels, we got Faye, we got a few people around this week, so let's start with Eve versus Joan. We usually start with Eve. We usually, we give Eve the freedom to potentially get sleepy. By doing an Eve match first. And Eve and Joan are both here, so let's just go right into it. Let's get right into it. JBs and gentlemen. Mother, father, gentlemen. Now let's make sure we get this volume right. Did I open game 2?
I don't know.
Mickey, it's Rico. He put bugs in him. What?
I thank you, other Eve, for the sub.
Okay, yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, game 2 was considered the canon game, so that's what's linked here. But yeah, it was 2. It was 3. So this is actually game 1. So thank you for that, Faye.
I think we're gonna use this layout for the stream also. I don't usually use the chat box layout for. Honestly, it might be best because it still gives you the full view of everything, and I don't have to awkwardly move my PNG tuber around. Sorry that. Should we keep porn jokes on screen, even though we're not counting porn jokes for this stream? I had a porn jokes counter from when I was watching my old YouTube videos.
Oh wow. Is this volume good? Is this too quiet? It is a little quiet on my end, but I don't know about yours.
That sounds good on my end. Well, you making a porn joke doesn't matter. Because it's not related to that.
Okay. Let's pull this up. Let's do it. We got Joan versus you.
Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is a Glasgow v Diago Lita.
Yeah, we got the schmix up.
Rocks go up, but the poison heal also goes up, so it's pretty fair.
Yeah. Knockoff is funny. Knockoff on Azu. AV Azu.
So I still have the AV. It makes a lot of sense. Chiyu's here, so you know it resists both the stats. It's got a good special defense stat. Got good block. Now, but I was gonna do.
Now, Mega Man comes in. You know Eve likes to do a little regenerator around here.
Yeah. A couple of things have been knocked. Oh yeah.
In comes Travis!
And
Holy
honestly,
shit.
it takes quite a bit from the power whip.
And Eve has a request. Yeah. Eve has a request right in front of Chiyu.
Yeah. You know,
Dark Bolt's doing 52 is crazy.
She's gonna struggle to deal with Hoa. Hoa's got that fat special defense at 154.
Yeah. Still, even with that in mind, and like that was always out of Chiyu's favor, that's a lot of fucking damage to do it with a special move on OO.
Extreme Killer like comes in, but gets majorly tripped down by foul play, and then it decides to actually leave, which puts it in Rock's range. So it's dead to Rocks now if this Rotom can't defog away.
Yeah, it's a little dicey. In comes the Concord fan.
They're all gone, but I mean, they're just back up. Now, like, you can't Volt Switch back into Arc. Voss goes in here, trying to offensively pressure.
It's dicey right now.
Yeah, I'll get that. Back to Rocks on both sides, but this is a better hazard situation for Eve overall. This is a pretty
yeah, the only guy, I mean, with Leech on this Gliscor, kind of everybody on Eve's team doesn't mind Rocks right now.
Yeah.
And then the Arc dies. Arc die forever. Goodbye. Volt Switch
does make his appearance.
The big man. The fucked up dude.
Aegislash is in here for...
Gets rid of Aegislash's balloon. But not doing quite enough to really make a dent.
This game too.
Oh, and then Kyurem just fucking explodes to close combat. Spontaneously combusts.
Gliscor's in here. Gliscor v Tangrowth. This is a weird little 1v1, you know. The Toxic's taken down on Tangrowth, but otherwise Tangrowth doesn't really mind being in against Gliscor, so it's kind of just a weird little battle of attrition. Obviously Tangrowth gets so much back with its regen that it's, you know, it's not a big deal. as long as it can put the seeds on something and then just dip, you know, it's pretty happy. Reveals that it's Scarf Yoggins. This was actually Scarf Rocks, which was pretty funny.
Scarf Rocks is crazy.
This drops a Draco, so those rocks can no longer be defogged away. Zacian Grounds here.
Here comes the big fucker. Here comes the big fucker.
Calls out the hello switch. Wild charges the shit out of it. And, but Slash is living that. No problem. And Ironhead not quite killing. But Sneak finishes it off.
And now it's just
Gliscor.
Gliscor is just not gonna be able to do this on his own.
Yeah.
It's a tough situation to be in for poor old Gliscor.
Yeah. Just deciding to essentially just sack the Aegis Slash, which is fair.
It's down to differential at this point. There's no way that Gliscor on its own can break through the rest of Eve's team. Yeah. Especially not that... I guess Tangrowth with the Toxic is possible, but very hard.
It's got no Earthquake. It's rough.
Yeah.
You know, this is just kind of down to... like... positioning a Azumarill to pressing buttons or getting rid of protects, stuff like that. You know, down to 7 protects here. Not a terribly high amount. You see me writing the chat. Switch time. But you know, I said it was switched all time, but it's actually kind of just like. It's actually kind of just like Azumarill kills you time. So,
it's always Azumarill kills you time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's game 1. As Eve so handily points out in chat. And unfortunately, we already know the result of game 2, so but we're just leaving the same song on. But you know, it's it is interesting to see the adaptations between the players, though. So
I think every game 2 that we've had in the league thus far has just, like, confirmed the, like, events of the first game.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. There's an early huge number getting taken by Rotom Wash. Dialga gets Wisp, but that's not a huge consequence.
Yeah.
Deploying Zacian a lot earlier this time. But Helmet Tangrowth comes in and doesn't really mind too terribly much. Earthquakes it down.
Yeah, all things considered, that did not do nearly enough to Tangrowth. Like, my god.
Now, big overheat comes out. Doesn't quite kill.
Sienna, you're letting an ad play.
What the fuck? I didn't think it was...
You forgot to loop it.
That's a lot.
I pressed... oh, dude, autoplay happened! Oh my god. It's because even if you press loop, sometimes autoplay happens.
Oh my god.
It's some fucking whack shit.
We do not support McDonald's. Do not say that. That is not true.
Anti-McDonald's stream.
Absolutely. No, it's literally like they're on like the boycott list. No.
Dude, go get Wendy. Go get Wendy.
Literally go get Wendy.
We're pro Wendy though. We love the smug Wendy Twitter memes so much.
I mean, it's better than supporting a genocide. Regrettably.
Yeah, and we love it when you draw anime Wendy. Hey, everybody, for this stream, send Morgan your best drawing of a smug anime Wendy.
I think we've lost the plot completely.
Send it directly to Morgan's inbox. Oh no, we're good. She used dancing around. She used playing around. She used absorbing a wisp. And getting behind a substitute. But there's press for it. and it has to leave now. Oscar finally hits the field, gets its poison heal up, and then gets a tox on the Tang, but tox on the Tang. But I mean, that helmet on Tango has already done its job, so it's not too terribly sad about losing it. The egg made of gold returns. Getting some health back. Taking the toxic, but it will gladly take that trade. Pain split, but
Kinda not doing much.
Cliff doesn't quite kill there, but Jet does.
Yeah, Azu has already done quite a lot of damage.
Cheese here, but this is Scarf Dialga, remember, so... And just goes for it, just drops the Scarf Focus Blast, doesn't give a shit. Draco would have easily killed there, but you wanted to show off. You got Aegislash for the E-Killer. This is completely walling E-Killer if it's just 2 moves, but it is also Rock Slide. Or whatever, CC kills the shit out of it.
Hello Neighbor's not being played tonight. Wait, did I, like, accidentally start the rumor that I was streaming Hello Neighbor tonight by posting that I got Hello Neighbor 2 in the mail? I think I might have accidentally started the rumor. Hello Neighbor
2, though.
Hello Neighbor 2 is quite some time away. We still have to finish the YouTube videos, we have to do the Emerald run. Can we skip the whole review and do Hello Neighbor 2 instead? No.
A series of foul plays there.
You know what? If we get... Since Hello Neighbor 2 is codename stream related, but not technically related to this, if someone donates $350 right now, we'll stop the replay review and play Hello Neighbor 2 instead.
Yeah. What she said. Yeah. Hey, John and Eve, I'm officially sorry for how little we talked about that game. I would like to formally apologize.
Wait, you don't think they would enjoy the bit where you talked about how like you would like to send like pictures of smug Wendy's to my inbox?
Oh, it's kind of cool though. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Okay, I'm gonna get Eve. Hi, Eve. Talk about it. Hi, Eve. Talking about it.
Hello.
Let's get this. Columns mode.
So, I might not remember the most about my team building process because not only has it been like,
it's been
not only is the stream,
and
yeah, 2 weeks delayed kind of, but also this match happened on the Monday that the week started because we're both insane.
Yeah,
like already
so
ready.
It's happened on September 2nd.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but yeah.
Yeah. So don't expect me to answer what the fuck any of these HOEVs are for, because there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
And don't expect me to answer why the fuck I made Aegislash minus speed. I don't know. I don't get that. That might just be the mistake, but it didn't really matter. I don't think.
Yeah. You got Arc Dark here. The Arc Dark, like, the idea seems pretty clear. Like, foul play hits everything.
Like,
it's good anti-E-killer.
We have a request to turn on stat colors.
Or anti, like... Yeah, let's turn on stat colors. Sorry. I'm sorry for turning them off. Sorry for not turning them off.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of Jones' team were things that were like, we just have really fucking high attack stats, so foul play hits them quite hard. Foul play even hits Zash and C quite hard through the list.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that. It did a pretty decent number.
Yeah,
like,
and body press is nice because it means like it's the other physical move I can have while being minus attack.
Yeah.
And also it hits Chu.
It's Geo.
It was
It hits E-Killer also. Like,
yeah. I mean, they're both good against each other.
yeah.
Spellplay was also really good for Kieran Black because like Gale short drops his defense, and that guy has a bit of an attack as well.
Yeah.
And then Wisp was just like a lot of Jones' team did not like it being burned, so yeah, this is like pretty reasonable arc.
Pretty normal arc.
Pretty normal moves on Ho-Oh. Like I said, don't expect me to answer why it has so many EVs, but it had a reason.
It must have been 40 attack to hit a benchmark, 16 defense to like dump 136 speed to hit a benchmark, like 68 speed to hit a benchmark, like, you know, it's fine. Yeah, like yeah, like pretty normal moves. Yeah, like
his Jones' team, like most teams, really does not like the combination of Sacred Fire and Brave Bird, and then Toxic hits Rope Wash. That kind of thing. And this is like, I was at first kind of celebrating, like, oh yeah, Ho-Oh doesn't actually. Zacian C doesn't actually have a random rock move to hit Ho-Oh with, but then I realized actually because it's Zacian C, a random electric move just fucking kills it as well.
Yeah, it does a lot of damage. The wild charge does.
Yeah, it did a lot of recoil still, but you know.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, you know, it worked out in the end.
Yeah. This Scarf Dialga, this was kind of intended for like emergency situations with Zacian. I could come in Scarf Elf speed, like hopefully that's unexpected, and press overheat and kill it. That's kind of the general idea at least. And then Stealth Rock on I felt like I needed Stealth Rock somewhere, and like I felt like Scarf was like unexpected enough that I could get away with like pressing Stealth Rock in front of things and just like leaving. And it also is just like, it's sometimes just nice to just have like suicide spikes, but you know. And yeah, also just speed control's good. Aegis/, this guy specifically, like, I went Air Balloon because like it's kind of like it had the potential to completely hard wall both Arceus normal and Gliscor.
Yeah.
And it didn't end up walling Gliscor because it was running knockoff, which was like fair enough. But
it didn't end up walling Markius because it was running Rock Slide, but you know, it was.
I mean, theoretically, it should have been walling Arceus because like Rock Slide was doing fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Joan did materialize the flinch, so. But yeah, I don't know why this is minus speed, but pretty standard.
Yeah, maybe it was just mixed at some point and he forgot to change it, but yeah. I've been there.
This is also a really good. It was also a really good Zacian check. It was just a really fucking good Pokemon against her. Really good Kyurem check. This thing just kind of went hard against the whole roster. Helmet Tangrowth. Leech Seed was like the kind of Leech Seed did so much work here just for neutralizing that poison heal. I kind of like I needed a Gliscor check, which I didn't really have at this point, other than Aegis/, and like yeah, I basically like I decided, well, one, Helmet is good. Helmet is good for like all the physical guys that do contact moves, but also like. I mean, yeah, it's mostly Leech Seed and just the regenerated core. This is just a good core between Ho-Oh and Tango. And then Aviazu. This was kind of like I felt pretty safe against Chiyu because Ho-Oh is really specially bulky, but also that you did see that like Dark Pulse did 52%, and Dark Pulse has a flinch chance, so I wanted it to be extra safe. And also, like, if Ho-Oh got baited, and then like, I didn't want any Chiyu disasters, so AV on this kind of made sense to me. And it was also just like nice to not instantly die to Rotom Wash Volt switches. And then it's just like, 4 normal ASI moves. So yeah, I don't think this was like too weird of a team.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I think it's all pretty epic.
Yeah, I think it was some really good Pokemon. I think we both played some good Pokemon there.
Yeah, for sure. Who's your favorite guy, Morgan?
It's gotta be Scarf Dialga, I think. I think Scarf Dialga with rocks is really funny, and obviously, it showed its worth. It was quite fucking good in that.
Focus Blast Stealth Rock Scarf is pretty wacky. You gotta fucking admit.
It is quite wacky, but it worked.
Yeah,
Focus
it was
Blast
cool.
is basically a filler move. But yeah, I guess I can also mention that well, I'm in playoffs now. I'm still in playoffs. Spoiler alert. I have not lost 0-2 yet. I made 2 trades going into playoffs. So I traded Infernape for Sandy Shocks, and then
let's look at Sneasel Hisui. Yeah. So Sigmar, Cyclizar, and Infernape, they're dead forever now.
They're dead forever. I think they were definitely the 2 kind of least useful members of the team.
Yeah.
And so Infernape, I decided it was kind of my only real pivot Pokemon, but it was also it's so frail and doesn't really have much kind of defensive value with its type that it just wasn't getting a chance to come in. And Mach Punch is it has a strong choice band Mach Punch, but a lot of the targets for it were out of the league basically.
Yeah.
A lot of the kind of big things I wanted Mach Punch for were just not they'd already been eliminated.
Yeah.
I just decided it was much less valuable to have that, so I switched in for Sandy Shocks, which is a similarly fast pivot. It's a bit stronger, but also I guess it's kind of same strength when you consider move power, but also has much better bulk in general, and also that ground type is very nice for absorbing Volt Switches.
Yeah.
And just and it has utility spikes to sell rocks if I want them.
Yeah.
And I just kind of wanted something that could hit things with electric type moves.
Yeah. Sneasel
this is one that Sienna was kind of doubting, but I think it's real. Basically, with Infernape gone, that I did lose that kind of big close combat hitting thing.
Yeah.
I wanted something that could still close combat reasonably hard, that while also being fast. And as it turns out, Sneasel Hisui actually shares a lot of the things that I kind of liked about Infernape, including the including Switcheroo as well.
It has a smaller attack set. It's not that much smaller, honestly.
Yeah, not that much smaller, and it's
55 versus 104. Isn't it? Yeah, or 108 maybe.
It's obviously it's obviously got fucking non-existent bulk.
Yeah.
It dies if you look at it.
If you were to put Eviolite on it, it's better than Infernape, I suppose.
Maybe, I don't even know if that's true.
I think 55.
It's also a stealth focus, which is kind of real.
Infernape is 76, 71, 71. This is 55, 55, 75. So, yeah, I think that bulk's probably overall better with Eviolite than Infernape.
Yeah, and it's also faster.
But yeah, it is faster. It's fucking fast. But yeah, it could be real, could not be. I don't know. It's a tier 4. It's worth a shot.
It felt like it was at least gonna be
fun.
I felt like it was gonna do more than Cyclizar, just because Cyclizar is Cyclizar's a utility Pokemon, but utility that I mostly already had.
Yeah.
And Cyclizar is just really fucking weak and really frail. so it wasn't really doing much outside of utility that I already had.
Yeah. But yeah. But yeah, thanks for your time. Like, I think we got the trades converted. Let's get Joan in here and let's talk about Joan's team.
Let's talk about these freaks. Sorry for my language.
Oh man, I haven't gotten a win since this game. It's hitting me.
Well, you played one game since it, yeah. You haven't won
Yes, I've
since
played one game, but I've also lost that one. So I'm gonna blame Eve for all my problems, which is okay because she's British.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if you know that. She is in fact. Okay. So ignore the team name.
Yeah.
These are kind of like a lot of my standard guys. I didn't really have a lot of time to build this team. A lot of my team building process is just like actually having conversations with Eve.
Yeah.
And generally the same with Eve and her team building. I try to help out, but generally speaking, this has been kind of like a demotivator for me because it shows that I feel like to a certain extent I'm kind of carried by the help of my friends, which doesn't feel great.
Yeah, like I had a bit of a like I talked with you a little bit about stuff, but I didn't really we didn't get that much time to like do stuff. Like I gave you notes, but you know, it wasn't we didn't have that much time to like get into the weeds about it.
Yeah, I think that there was a lot of misplays too. I really should have, I don't know. I brought a lot of hard hitters, but I didn't bring enough to wear down Eve's core so that these hard hitters can start like actually making impact, right? So Chi-Yu, Zacian, and Huron Black were not really able to make an impact on the game because things that counter it were just prevalent, and I never got the chance to actually wear them down. I do think Choice Scarf Dialga Rocks is really funny and definitely went over my head. It took me... I did take notes. I like scribbled them on here. Oh no. Okay. Choice Scarf plus Stealth Rocks. Draco does 2/3. Man, I hate my writing. Foul Play, Arc Dark, Trailblaze Azu, Adamant or Jolly. Yeah, I just like scribbled things on a notepad so I thought I could be more prepared for game 2 and like play around things, but I think the matchup here was just bad. I didn't really prepare that well for Eve's team. I did bring 3 Attracts Arceus, and like that was mainly because I did not have a good Pokemon into Hoa, which is like the core of Eve's team here.
Yeah.
So I had to just like substitute random rock move onto it, and that really constrained my ability to like damage things here. I also really didn't prepare for Aegis Slash at all, so that's been a bit of an issue.
Yeah.
A lot of the Pokemon here, especially the offensive ones, have been either 3 attacks or 2 attacks plus sub and like boost, or 3 attacks plus boost, or in the case of Zacian, just 4 attacks. And I feel like I probably should have brought more disruption here, especially because I did not pressure that regenerator core of Tangrowth and Ho-Oh at all. So yeah, I think if I were to replay this without any knowledge, I'm not sure if I would make... And I guess with the knowledge I have now, and then like Eve rebuilt her team, I think I might be able to maybe eke it out, but I also think that Eve's playstyle is generally a good counter into mine. who I tend to go a little bit more like play risky and then try to break whatever defensive core they have and then make the team fall. While Eve is really good at preserving that and playing for momentum, so I kind of struggle. And she's also really good at like risk mitigation with just having really good spreads and like really good defensive Pokemon, so that the risks I take don't really matter and end up actually hurting me in a lot of ways. So yeah, good stuff to Eve. And here's hoping I don't be like one of the first people to drop out of playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah, good shit.
Oh yeah, and in regards to like trades, I made one trade. I traded Stack Attacka for my
you traded Gigalith for Stack Attacka, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of the weather stuff is kind of out now, so you're less useful, like.
Hey, who the fuck is that in tier 3?
I didn't. What? No, that's Gengar.
Huh?
That's Gengar. Don't worry, it's Gengar.
Huh?
No, that's Gengar.
I don't remember Gengar being a normal type Pokemon named Smeargle.
That's Gengar.
Wait.
Hey, look at the image. It's Gengar.
That image still has Gigalith and not Stack Attacka. Don't
That
try and
image also has
bullshit
Mega
me here.
Venusaur.
The image has Mega Venusaur, yeah. I don't know. You're
Trying to bullshit me?
I don't know about this. You know what? Honestly, I think we kind of need to let's get a favorite guy, Morgan. Like, what's your favorite guy? But like,
I don't know. I'm kind of pissed off. I feel like someone's not telling me something, and I'm not fucking happy about it.
let's just get a favorite guy, and we'll be done with it, and we'll move on. Okay. But you know, we just got to do it. It's just procedure.
Chiyu.
Okay. Alright, Joan.
Oh yeah, and all of the nicknames are just friends that me and Eve both have, and the title is just a reference to one of the weirdest named servers that we're both in, but yeah. And also one of the friends.
So John, but to be clear, are you compromised in any way?
Are you like, what is this, like a fucking like sex line? That's a porn joke, by the way. You can increase the counter.
Nope.
But
It's only porn jokes that I make.
Can I? Okay. I think I will be placing Joan into like solitary confinement for a bit and for questioning later. I'm seeing Smeargle imagery that I'm not a fan of, and I don't like it.
I'm not happy either. And I don't like that, like, people are trying to, like, fucking, like, you know, dance around it.
You know, it's...
What?
It's not...
But... Man, like, what? I'm fine! Guys, I'm fine! I'm fine.
I don't believe that.
I'm fine.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure that was normal, and you always do that.
Solitary confinement. I've placed Joan into solitary confinement. It's okay. But we need to be fucking careful now. We need to just be on our toes for the rest of this this here stream, because I don't like the vibes that I'm getting right now. And we are supposed to be in this secured bunker, and it's not. It just doesn't feel safe right now. But yeah, whatever. Congrats to Eve on making playoffs. Whatever. Let's do this one. Let's do you versus Bill.
I guess I could bring my mood up. After that fucking sham. Sorry, I'm a little emotional right now. I
mean, it's understandable. I mean, I didn't want to fucking see that Eagle painter.
I'm really
thing.
not happy right now. I'm not happy right now, and, like, listen, I'm out of playoffs, so all I'm saying is that the entire squad is rolling up for the hunt. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
We ain't competing right now. We're, like, on a fucking bounty hunt.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
Let's get this going. Let's get this rolling.
Yeah, we got the arc lead into Ogre Pond. I immediately dip with Ogre Pond because it's freaking Gudra time. It's Mark Zuckerberg time.
Make your move, Brainiac.
A nice Dragon Tail getting rid of Arc. Forcing Rachi in. Rachi tries to U-turn out. This is Leftovers Gudra. And it is annoying Bell quite a bit. I mean, we get rid of Rachi again. Try to Dragon Tail on Fluttermane, but Flutter just comes out.
Now, Bell does a very bad decision here, and she stays in on this thing that is a Steel Pipe, and she doesn't expect it to use a Steel Type move, but it does.
Yeah, I do instantly kill Fluttermane with a Steel move, and immediately, like, my match feels much better. Although this Lopunny is still a pain in my fucking ass. Mean and fuck Ernest, Steve.
A nice U-turn, or is a nice Razor Shell, but... And then X-Scissors the...
I set up a funny spike, and then I do this.
It's a pretty fat X-Scissor, it just doesn't quite kill. Our Poison comes in, but yeah, I don't know, like, this is just walling our Poison.
Yeah.
We didn't go physical on the arc, we went special, and I don't really know why, I didn't think about it.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying that much attention when we were building this, to be honest.
Yeah, it does save me a lot of stress. I mean, Arc Poison being, like, special made my matchup much better with Gudra. So now, I'm gonna protect. I'm trying to scope out what Lopunny has. It does have the triple axle, but I decided to go into Gligar anyways. And you know what? It works out for me. It works out for me a little bit. I still have to switch out, but...
I am the god of Roar.
Yeah, I forget about Roar. So Gay McElroy brother comes out. I set up Aurora Veil to get crit flamethrowered. But now the Aurora Veil is going a little crazy. I mean, Ogre Pond hits a fat Ivy Cudgel on Arc. Hits another fat Ivy Cudgel on Arc. I am just not scared of this thing at all.
And switches her fire type into a water move. Bell says, unfortunately, Bell dies and is never coming back.
Yeah, and everybody's just getting hit by Ivy Cudgel over and over again. Ogre Pond's just doing crazy work. In comes Gligar. Is gonna die to the triple axle.
Axle.
But now it's Italian time. It's Italian time.
I won by like 17 times that thing's faster than Lopunny, and she didn't listen to me. Recovery's on the Arc Fire, but there's Psyshock here.
Yeah, we are a little Psyshock moment.
Yeah, and the Calm Mind, it's just impossible, like, possible for Bell to actually, like, win at this point.
Yeah, she'd need to be getting really lucky with Earth Power to even come close.
Gets the Sludge Bomb Poison, but yeah, like, with the recoveries and the fucking +3, it's just not gonna happen. You need a huge Earth Power crit and a Miracle.
And the God of Hellfire just cleans up the rest of this match.
Yeah, and then, yeah. Bell dies. Rest in peace.
Bell did die a little bit, but that's okay.
So what you two first.
Yeah. And we'll talk about my roster since I am out of playoffs.
Yeah.
So this is my funny team of goobers. I'm pretty happy with how this team worked out. You might notice something immediately funny as fuck. If you look at Ninetales Alola real quick, you might notice a certain move known as Wonder Room, which did not come into play. And you might be wondering what the fuck that even does. What the fuck is Wonder Room? I would wager a bet that multiple people in the league don't even know what the fuck that is. Wonder Room is a move that, what is it? It's like, it reverses, like, the special...
It removes items. Wait. Magic Room removes items. Fucking, it reverses... Yeah, it reverses, like, defensive special defense, or attack special... Dude, I don't fucking know. I'm not a Wonder... Yeah. I'm not a Wonder Room genius.
It swaps the defenses, and this was for one very specific scenario that did not happen because Goodra just gooped Fluttermane, but it was specifically if I was in an endgame scenario where I had Bundle against Fluttermane, and I needed Iron Bundle to be able to kill Fluttermane. And that's what Wonder Room is for. It's literally just for that. That's it. It did not come into play because that specific, like, scenario obviously did not happen, but if for some reason I did get into that scenario, I was prepared. Otherwise, it was kind of just like, and I mean, like, Ninetales is probably the Pokemon that did the least that match, so I don't feel bad talking about it first. It's kind of just like, it didn't need any attacking moves this match. I mean, if I got into an endgame scenario where Ninetales was alone, it meant I couldn't win, but honestly, I felt like that was the case anyways, because Ninetales, like, special attack is a bit ass. It's not that strong in, like, a Uber's metagame. The fact that it has Aurora Veil is what makes it good. And I've talked down on Veil a little bit. That match was not a good showcase of it, because even though that Veil went up, you might have noticed that Bell didn't get any attacks in when Veil was up. So it literally, the only attack that happened was Moltres Flamethrower, and it crit, so it killed anyways. And then Heal Bell, Pain Split, you know the deal.
Yeah. Makes sense.
This is the same bundle. This is the same bundle, except actually it's not Scarf Bundle, it's Boots. And this is for a specific reason, and that was pretty much just that I wasn't bringing Calyrex. I didn't think Calyrex was a good matchup, because there were just too many Pokemon on Bell's team that, like, fucking killed Calyrex. And yeah, during Veil, it would have been hard to kill Calyrex, but it's whatever. Oh, Lopunny did click Triple Axe on Gligar. That's true, but that's also another move that did not matter because it killed anyways. Even with or without Veil, it killed. So it didn't matter. That Veil literally did not matter.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, it's Bundle. You know him, you love him. He does have Encore instead of Ice Beam. That was just because since we weren't running Choice Scarf, it was like we could actually fit that in reasonably and have it be pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, Bundle is just so hard to outspeed. It fucking outspeeds, like, Fluttermane. And, like, Fluttermane is already fucked up fast. It just barely outspeeds that. Mark Zuckerberg, the Goodra Hisui. I mean, that was an amazing showcase of Goodra. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
That was another, like, you know, it feels like, a lot of the battles that I brought Goodra in, Goodra just does literally exactly what I needed to do. It fucking goobed Fluttermane, it walled the special arc. It's just, dude, Goodra Hisui is like, this was a leftover set, so technically it was a little easier to break than the AV Goodra, but not that much. Like, now that it has a little bit of recovery, and, like, it was able to, like, get some of that HP back, it was like, dude.
It's just that much better, so it's like, it makes up for it. It's it's a very good defensive Pokemon, like overall.
Yeah, I'm very like.
Actually, it also actually hits hard, so like.
I'm very happy. I'm very happy with how Goodra performed that match. I think like Dragon Tail was a really good like tool to fucking annoy the shit out of Bell, pretty much. I mean, it worked. There were multiple times where like Lopunny came in, and I was like, I really don't want Lopunny to come in, so I just Dragon Tailed, and it was gone, and it didn't matter. And, you know, it just has high HP and high Spadef, because it's not like I needed it to have high attack at all. Again, its primary moves were, like, Heavy Slam and Dragon Tail, and, like, Heavy Slam doesn't need, like, your attack, really. And Dragon Tail is, like, not a move that you're killing things with. Show what you find.
Yeah.
It's literally fine.
It needs your attack, but it doesn't need your attack when you're killing fucking Fluttermane with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I don't know. Yeah, you have the Calm Mind Arc, which
this
is a point con. You know, you had like your
this is almost Jerf. This is almost Jerf, except it's Psyshock because. Again, I was hoping for Poison's special arc, and that's what ended up happening, and it helped quite a bit. Because otherwise, Arc Poison was going to be like a lot more rough for my team in general. I mean, I would not have enjoyed taking an Earthquake at all. Earth Power, though, I mean, with the Calm Minds, it really didn't matter. I don't remember what the specific EVs were. It was hitting some benchmark. I think we agreed that we would have to take some guys out before it became a win con, and that's basically exactly what transpired. I had to get rid of a few guys, but then, like, once they were gone, it was like Arc was set. Arc was set. He was going to the moon. Ogerpon. My beautiful, lovely Ogerpon. I love it so dearly. She did so much that match. I mean, she clicked Ivy Cudgel a bunch, and that just, like, that hurt Bell's roster a lot. I think the Spike... The Spike did its job. It did its job. You know, it wasn't as, like, free for Bell to switch around because of Spike. And, I mean, Hornleech was good.
Yep.
Hornleech was really good. I don't think it actually clicked U-turn. I think because, like, Bell's Mons that I was trying to switch Ogerpon out on were faster, I was just like, I can't even, like, U-turn here. I just gotta get the fuck out of here. Because Ogerpon, she is decently fast, but in a Uber's metagame, she's not the fastest.
You had a reasonably normal Gligar.
Yeah. This is normal Gligar. I mean, it did have to be the Defog guy this time. I don't love doing Defog Gligar. I mean, I think this is the first time I even brought it. But I think it was just one of those things where it was like, fuck, I need that. Oh, wait, I had spikes on Ogerpon already, so it ended up being fine. It was just like... Having a separate Spiker and Defogger turned out alright. And Gligar did some work. I mean, it did a little bit of Toxic. It did a little U-turning around. He was good. He was good. YTP Sexer. He got the job. He did get owned against Lopunny, but I was kind of always prepared for that. Lopunny was really rough for my team in general. But I think, I don't know, I think I played that match pretty good. I probably, like, that was a match where I felt like I didn't really make any mistakes, and I hope that doesn't sound like I'm rubbing it in. Because Bell was under a lot of pressure during this match. I'm not, like, trying to be a dickhead and be like, Bell, you suck and you play bad. I just think, like, I didn't make any misplays, and I kept up pressure, and I probably, like, broke Bell's brain a little bit. And it happens. And that's not, like... Bell is a good player, but she can fall to pressure. And that is, you know, it happens. We all have, like, a ceiling for that.
On your team?
My favorite guy this week? I mean... fucking, it's tough. It's tough. I think it's gotta be Gudra, though. I think it's gotta be Gudra. Gudra did so much good work. Gudra did so much good work.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
now let's talk about your rosters. Let's do a tribute.
It's the end of the Morgan run. Even though I did better than I did last league, I got 5-1 instead of 5-3 instead of 4-4. I did still get eliminated. Competition was
very
just
competitive league.
Yeah, this league was super competitive for the top spots. And you know what? In the end, I think I maybe could have built a stronger roster. I'm very happy with what a lot of my mons did, but ultimately, it just was like... And this is, like, probably, like, a league that is true. This is kind of true of a lot of teams in this league. It's a little matchup fishy. It's like... In the matches where, like, Calyrex is good, it's like, it's really fucking good, and it could, like, win a game on his own, basically. On the matches where Calyrex sucks, I mean, I gotta hope that the rest of the team can carry their weight, otherwise, I'm kind of fucked.
Yeah.
I had some rough weeks. I had some really rough weeks where just, like, the matches I did lose were by such, like, a wide margin. Like, I was the only player that got 5-1 that still got eliminated. Or 5-3, sorry. I keep fucking up the numbers, dude. I think the biggest problem with this roster overall is obviously the Rocks weakness. I have way too many Pokemon that are Rocks weak. I mean, all my fucking guys that are removal are weak to rocks, except Gligar, who's fucking Gligar. Gligar had to pull a lot more weight than he really should have, because he's fucking Gligar. But, individually, I mean, Arc Fire was alright. Again, not having great removal made Arc Fire a little tricky, especially because, you know, it can't do boots. Calyrex is, like, extremely fucking strong. It's a little bit of a matchup fish. There are just some matches where Calyrex is doo-doo fart, because its, like, speed is really low. But, man, when Calyrex is good, holy shit. Like, holy shit. Naganadel is kind of a weird one. I feel like nobody really wanted to do Toxic Spikes much. So having Naga didn't, like, come into play as much as it could have. And basically every match that I brought Naga, it kind of embarrassed itself a little bit. I'm not gonna say Naganadel is a fraud. I'm just gonna say I was maybe not well equipped to use Naganadel. I'm not gonna put him on fraud watch. I just think I didn't play him very well.
I think he just didn't fit into a lot of the structure. I think one problem that you just had a lot of the league is that, like, your like team, your roster was kind of built for, like, really fast structures where you wouldn't even need to, like, switch around a lot and do removal, like.
Yeah.
But, like, you were bringing more mid-range teams rather than like like pure hyper offense a lot of the time, and that meant that Pokemon like Naganadel and like Ninetales got kind of the short end of the stick.
Yeah.
That happens. I mean, you know, like sometimes you draft with a certain plan in mind, and the building just doesn't come together for that. You know, especially when, like, the people who do prep in this league are, like, pretty much all, like, bulky offense, balance players.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, don't like super fast offense, but, you know, you did a damn good job, I think, overall.
I appreciate it. Can we give a shout out to Iron Bundle too? Iron Bundle was at almost every match of the league. 7 times brought. Like, holy shit. Iron Bundle is, like, literally, that speed tier was, like, so fucking goated. Because there were so few Pokemon in the league that could actually outspeed Bundle.
Yeah.
I think it was, like, Dragapult could.
Yeah.
Was there anyone else that drafted, like, a faster Pokemon?
I got like Zacian, Hero, and Pheromosa that can both do it.
Yeah.
It's
like, it's not a crazy amount of Mons. Iron Bundle's speed tier is... Iron Bundle's speed tier is just, like, fucking rough for anyone to deal with. And, like... It's a very linear Mon. I mean, you saw it. Every match, it was, like, almost the same moveset every time, but it's, like, it's a damn good moveset. Yeah. And the only problem is that you have to rely on Hydro Pump, but how many Hydro Pump misses did I get? Really? I may have hit more Hydro Pumps on average than the average person.
Not many. I don't know if you got any.
I might be cracked, honestly. Ogerpon, I love my little sweetheart Ogerpon. Shout out to Ogerpon.
Your kill was your cutie sweet was Ogerpon. 8 kills.
Yeah, Ogerpon has the most kills on my roster.
Performance.
Sienna, are you like good? You're like roboting a bit.
Can you hear me? I can't hear you.
I think Sienna might be. I think Sienna might be exploding. Yeah.
Yeah, I was fucked up. I don't know. Something got fucked up.
Oh, you sound good now.
Were you able to? Was I sounding evil? Did I sound crazy?
You were roboting. You were roboting quite a bit.
Discord just glitched out.
Yeah.
Yeah, your kill goat was your cutie sweet. It was.
Yeah, let me move this out of the way so you can see. Yeah, Ogerpon had the most kills on my roster. And she couldn't be brought to every game, but man, the game she brought, I mean, like, come on. Most kills on the entire roster. And, like...
You had a solid kill distribution also in general. Like, you had a lot of kills on a lot of different Pokemon.
Yeah. Like, Water Absorb was so fucking good, dude. Ogerpon in general was just so fucking good. I think, like, Ogerpon might be one of the more valuable, like, tier 1 picks in, like, the entire league, genuinely. I mean,
it's pretty great.
It just, the matchups...
It does so much.
It really does. Like, Ogerpon, literally, there's so much that it could do. It could be a spiker, it could be a pivot, it could be a sweeper, it could be a switch into, like, scary water guys, it's a weather counter... I genuinely, like, here's the thing. If I'm gonna pick a GOAT on my roster, I have to say it, I think it's Ogerpon. I think, like, and, like, it's tough, because, like, Iron Bundle got brought to more matches and arguably did more, but I gotta be real, fucking Ogerpon is just, like, so fucking good. So fucking versatile, and, like, really the only problem with it is that the speed tier is a little dicey. It's not as fast as you would want in a draft league like this, but that's literally like the
only speed tier though.
Yeah, it's a good speed tier, but it's always like if someone theoretically wanted to bring like a speedy arc, it's always going to be faster than Ogerpon. Everyone's
always in doubt.
Yeah, everyone's always going to have at least one Pokemon faster than Ogerpon, but that's fucking okay. Ninetales was kinda... That was also, like, yeah, you already said it was a bit of a flop. It was a bit of a flop. It didn't turn out being that good for my roster. Garganachi...
We got stars on Ogerpon now for being the cutely sweet. Is this... Did you already... I don't know if I'm gonna miss it. Did you establish Ogerpon as your GOAT, as your favorite guy of this roster? Yeah.
I think Ogerpon's the favorite. Yeah. It would either be that or Bundle, and I gotta be real, I gotta give it to Ogerpon. My funny, cutely sweet. I'm looking at all my Ogerpon plushes right now. I got them all. Ninetales and Garganachi did fuck all.
Yeah.
Garganachi, like, literally got brought once, and that was it.
Yeah.
Why does it say brought 0 times for Ogerpon? Who fucked that up?
Well, it's because it says this now on its name instead of this, so it doesn't.
That's funny as fuck.
Yeah, but
You know who we gotta shout out? Darmanitan though. Darmanitan though.
Look, 2 games, 5 kills. Come on now.
That's a crazy.
On 1 game.
That's a crazy KD.
Grab Darm from the start. Like, he would probably be the #1 killer. Like, this guy would have 12 kills.
That's probably true, because, like, Mega Heracross kind of did fuck all.
Yeah.
I didn't bring Mega Heracross once, but once Darmanitan came in, it was like the neighborhood, the boys were back in town. I'm sad that Cloyster did nothing this league. There was no match. There was no match where Cloyster was good to bring.
Sorry, Cloyster.
It's very sad, but it's okay. Me and Cloyster are still chill, you know?
Shouts out Gudra, though.
Shouts out Gudra! Dude, you want to talk about, like, a Mon that I did not expect to be as good as it was? Fucking Gudra, like, pretty much every match that it, like, was brought to, it did, like, such good fucking work. Gudra was fucking awesome. And it really, like, it's in the top 3 kills on my roster. It's very funny. None of my Ubers are in the top 3 kills on my roster. It's fucking Ogrepon, Darm, which both make sense, and then it's Gudra. Fucking Gudra. Which is just supposed to be a Mon I brought to, like, wall special guys. And you know what? He maybe did it better than anyone else in the world. Gudra was, like... When he was brought, he was damn good. Gligar was also... Gligar didn't get, like, any kills, but I still think, like, the little bit of progress that Gligar made, and the little bit of... Utility. Yeah, it brought a lot of utility, it brought a lot of defensive merit. It was good. It was good.
You know, if you're stuck with a ground type, like, if you're stuck with the Glygars, you're on the ground type, you know, you kind of worry, but, you know, honestly, you did a damn good job. You did a damn respectable job.
Yeah,
you know,
Gligar, you're all
definitely
right.
was the best tier 4 ground type. That's for sure. I'm
literally I brought this stupid fucking baby, and it ended up being one of my better guys.
And then this Bard didn't fucking do anything.
He didn't do anything. I kept bringing him in. Honestly, the whirlwind incident was pretty bad. The one whirlwind incident where I tried to whirlwind Palkia.
That was a blunder.
That was on me. I feel like Pidgeot probably would have had a little bit of a better showing if I didn't do shit like that. But it's okay. I still kind of believe in Mega Pidgeot a little bit. I just think I didn't position it well at all. I think I positioned it quite fucking poorly, even.
Anyways, yeah. Let's get a move on now.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Morgan.
Yeah, I'm dead now.
Good.
I died. And I will never I'll play Pokemon again next league though, whenever that happens.
Yeah. And that next tournament, the real standards will
True! We got the real standards tournament happening at some point.
Yeah, anyways. Let's talk
about
Bell's team. So let's start with just the team first. Like, let's bring Bell in here. I don't know. I build this team with Bell, but I honestly I don't know. I was kind of checked out. I was kind of tired.
I don't know if it was mentioned. I didn't come up with the names for once, so no Lil Ugly main, which I guess was maybe not such a great idea for the last game, you know. But
yeah, you needed names quickly. Like, I don't know.
And thank God Lilly provided all of these names.
Yeah,
and they were fucking incredible.
Yeah, I don't know. I basically how I was feeling is just the stakes for this battle were really low, and I just couldn't. I was fucking anxious as shit about my battle with Sauzels, and so I was just okay, I'm gonna help Bo out with this, but I'm also just I can't put my full energy into it because it's kind of like I can't. I'm not. I gotta beat that. I gotta beat that Sauzels.
I spent a lot of time just like I spent a lot of time putting guys into Showdown like before this team was finalized. And I kept being like, yeah, the team's almost done. And then I sent Sienna the paste like was it day of?
Yeah, and then I was like,
and it was like, hey, you don't have fucking anything done. I was like, oh shit.
But yeah,
so we had to figure that out. Sorry,
simple,
Sienna had to figure that out. But
simple 2 attacks, like 2 attacks for cover defog arc, like.
That one, like, I think I did that set.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we talked about it. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Like FizzDef or something. I don't remember what all the EVs were at this point. They're not that complicated though. These are all like pretty simple EV spreads. It was just fast. I don't remember why this wasn't physical. It probably should have been. It should have been. It probably should have been. Earthquake, gunk shot. I just like wasn't really thinking about Udra, to be honest. Lot Bunny. This is like the only set, the only Lot Bunny set that ever would have come.
Yeah.
Like this is the 4 moves that you would bring against Morgan's roster. Like the speed was for some. Doesn't matter. Watch here. This is Doom Desire. I thought Doom Desire was really gonna be really good against this team, but it ended up not getting clicked. That's for a couple like reasons. Like I think like for one, like the actual team that Morgan brought wasn't very Doom Desire weak. Like as in like everything basically resisted Doom Desire except for Ninetales, and like also like Belch didn't really find opportunities to do it. But you know, I really liked the idea of Doom Desire in my head.
So did I.
But yeah, like Samurai Sui, mean fuck Ernest.
Craziest man.
Like black glasses removes. Like whatever, like British shifts this X's are for the ogre pawn, which did get clicked. And Sucker,
kind of.
Which there was a point where Sucker Punch needed to get clicked, and it didn't get clicked. And that's because Bell and I had a discussion before this battle, and I was like, can I trust you to have a team with Sucker Punch? Like, can I trust you to have a set with Sucker Punch on it? Can I trust you to understand how Sucker Punch works and use it correctly? And Belle thought about it really hard and said yes, but like, she got scared to click on it, I think. And then, or she forgot what it did. And then, dude, what?
Dude, what would?
Very normal Fluttermane. Aggressively normal Specs Fluttermane, and then aggressively normal Moltres with Whirlwind.
Do you think this is the first and only time Energy Ball got brought on the main?
Yeah, I think that might have been the only Energy Ball. Energy Ball was for.
That's kind of interesting.
I can't remember what Energy Ball was for. I think it was just for the waters.
Probably
for the waters
guard.
And guard.
Yeah,
because guard is just the shadow ball. So yeah, you know. Yeah. Like, I don't know, pretty whatever team. I think it was. I think that like positioning Fluttermane bad was like the ultimate like end of that battle, but like also this team just like was never gonna really this team was never gonna win the matchup against what Morgan brought, and also there were just builder errors. And that just happens.
It be how it be.
But it's not the worst team ever, but it's not like it's not dog shit. It's just below average. But yeah, favorite guy, Morgan.
If I had to say, probably... You know, I'm gonna go with the goofy pick. I really like the nickname Meat and Fuck Ernest. I'm a really big fan. I'm a really big fan of Meat and Fuck Ernest. Meat and Fuck Ernest, Steve!
Yeah. But yeah, and now we can talk about Bell's roster.
Yeah.
We can give a tribute to it.
Yep.
Yeah, what
Shouts out the tier 4 slot that didn't get brought once.
Yeah, that was Ferocity to first, and it never got brought, and then Serena, and it never got brought again. But
got brought once, got fucking owned in one turn.
Yeah. So let's talk about some of this. So we had Fluttermane. Fluttermane did amazing for itself. I mean, this is still one of the most killing it. It's still tied for killingest mon, even like after week 1 of playoffs. You know, it's probably gonna lose that slot. Like now that there's just gonna be like guys like Balky and stuff are gonna have more opportunities to have more games, like Zekrom. But like, you know, it's look, Fluttermane got that far anyways. Like, 1.5 kills a game. Shouts out. Like 12 kills. That's nothing to sneeze at. And a pretty solid 7 kills on the arc as well. You got you have a favorite guy on the roster, Morgan?
My favorite guy on Bell's roster, I mean, it's obvious, isn't it? It's just Fluttermane. It's just Fluttermane. Yeah, we have to we have to pay fucking
honorable
respect to
mention to
Fluttermane.
Moltres.
Yeah, Moltres is very good as well.
I think everybody likes that.
I'm gonna be the one who says Moltres, personally.
I mean, Fluttermane is just like...
I think everybody likes both of those.
Yeah. Like, we have to consider the fact, and like, this is not me, like... I'm sorry if this sounds a little mean, but considering how many games Bell won on average, and still had the Pokemon in the league with the most kills pre-playoffs, that's fucking crazy. What the fuck else Pokemon is managing that other than Little Ugly Mane? Like, Little Ugly Mane, that's the GOAT. That's the fucking GOAT. Every time that someone had to fight against Fluttermane, they had to fucking respect it. Because Fluttermane is fucking terrifying. Even if you think you have a strict Fluttermane counter, you still have to fucking respect it.
For real. Yeah. Any final thoughts on your roster, on your draft experience, on everything before you die forever, Mo?
I don't know. I like my logo.
Zelda Movie 3.
Zelda Movie 3.
Someday we're gonna actually watch Palaver 3.
Yay! I think.
It's not a yay, but you know, we'll do it. But yeah, good shit. Thanks for your time.
Of course.
Good boy. Sauzels, are we too late?
Yeah, Sauzels did request to be next.
Sauzels requested to be next, but also left this stage, so I'm wondering if we're too late. You're here? Okay. Then let's do you versus me. And you can join the stage once you're up. So this is a goofy game. Like this is I want everybody to know the context of this is like this game for whatever reason is like the most angry I've like ever been at Pokemon or like
I do remember that.
Yeah, like absurdly angry mid match. I don't know why, but well, I do know why a little bit. But you'll watch it and you'll find out.
Yeah, a little taunt Heatran at the start. start setting up spikes on his goober ass.
Then I'm fucking afraid of Destiny Bond, so I just go into Mola and then Toxic it to kill it, instead of, like, letting anything directly kill it.
Yeah, that's
He
the
spikes
smart
up, I'm
thing
not
to
too
do.
worried.
And then, oh no!
I get the info that this is a defensive Blastoise, which is nice to know. Come in on it, and I just full switch out, which does 22% Rotom Heat, which is kind of nuts on the resist.
Yeah, it's a bigger number than it should be. And Power Gem does a little under half.
Yeah.
But that dude is Arc Ground. He doesn't give a fuck. And then Pain Split Rotom.
I get my rocks up while this guy volts out.
Yeah, we have a little bit of a rock situation going on the Sauzels end.
Yeah.
Rapid Spin Mega Blastoise, though. With Water Pulse to hit Alomomola. I guess to try and get the confusion. And then Whirlpool to click Whirlpool. We got Magearna coming in on Zekrom, but Zekrom's getting his goober ass out. Heatran comes in. It's stronger version versus baddest bitch, but stronger version basically wants nothing to do with that.
In this match, yeah,
Yeah, you kind of just...
pivot game.
You do a little bit of taunting.
Yeah.
Then Alomomola eats a knockoff from Yveltal, the ungrown rat.
Yeah, I just tried switching Zacian because I'm scared that the Dark Pulse is gonna kill. Zacian comes in and
My god!
And he just says, I hate Zacian so fucking much. So Magearna's gone. Here's Blastoise. But I gotta dip because I'm not living.
Yeah, it's dicey.
And I don't want to eat the toxic. I just flip out, bring in Zekrom here. But Hazel gets the wall. This is probably what made me mad. This
is definitely what made you get mad.
And then confuses me. I was so fucking pissed at that.
You were furious. You were fuming on call. You were like, you're bad, you're bad.
Yeah. I don't know if that's what made me say you're bad, but, like... it
might have been... No, you didn't get it.
I think it's an upcoming incident that made me say you're bad.
Oh, wait, yeah. I think I know what it is. I know exactly what it is.
It's not, I don't think it's this either. But this sucks.
I mean, yeah. This is not it, but I know what it is. I know exactly what it is.
I'll bring in Heatran. Yveltal comes in. Take the Dark Pulse and just die. Sack the Heatran, whatever.
This is what it is.
Yes. Yeah, I just literally, this is what made me just yell, you're bad! Like...
You're bad! You're bad!
Like... I was so fucking mad at that player up miss. Oh my god, and I was completely on tilt for the rest of this game because and then Hazel U-turns out of it. Like Hazel stayed in and then fucking stayed in on a player up and then just fucking got the player up miss and U-turned out. Like fuck. So yeah, I'm pissed the fuck off at this point. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, you're in a very commanding position, but you're not happy about it.
I'm about to start pressing buttons. I mean, it's like a weird position because my progress makers are all over the place.
Battle
That's
Game
right,
Genius gets fucking hurt so much.
Yeah. I was on a defog, which is fair. That was a good hedge to just like get rid of the terrain.
Yeah.
And here I would just get pissed off and I would just like press a button anyways, like and then I just press it on anyways again. Like I just literally press that CC. So like I should have been 1,000,000% sure that CC wouldn't kill. Because if you look back to the CC, it only did like 34% there. I literally just pressed it because I was mad and I was on tilt and I was looking at the Caltron. And then I just get this fucking Deus Ex Machina crit. I guess like the game just decides to hand me a bit of good luck. Because this shouldn't have happened and I honestly would have probably lost the game if I didn't get that crit. So like thanks Ashian.
He was so sorry about missing the player of. He wanted to apologize.
Red Dragon comes in, and I can't OHKO it, I know, so I gotta just like dip because of the stat drops. I want to chip it down. I just recover on like what seems to be obviously a switch. And
flinch moment.
Yeah, Dead Pulse flinch forces me to sack Rillaboom. But it does bring in Zacian for free, and
that's a
that guy is
player
in range of dying. And then I just press player up here because
12% earthquake. Granted,
yeah,
it's in terrain,
but it's grassy terrain. Yeah,
grassy terrain really fucked this one up.
I get one extra player F miss towards the end of this game just for kicks. And yeah, and then I typed the fakest GG I've ever typed in my life, and the game ends. Yeah, I would see genuinely actually like a good shit to Sauzels, but like I can actually feel my blood boil again watching that game again. It just got to me in ways that Mons has not gotten to me in a long time, maybe ever. So can you? Why did I get mad about it? I got mad about it because Hazel is my enemy. Hazel, join the fucking thing. Join the stage. You said you were here to do it.
So Sienna's getting tilted again.
Well, Hazel's like, do me.
Hazel is literally
you're my
your friend,
but like you're like my Pokemon rival, and we did MFL 1. We were in grand finals in MFL 1, and so I have to whatever shit. Oh yeah, I mean I was gonna let you go first because you have to go soon, so I just wanted to let you cover your shit. Yeah. Which we normally would do me first, but I wanna let you.
Yeah, I just thought because I was already gone. I don't know. Anyway, well, okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think the turns I stayed in were literally just sacks. I think I was just especially with the Yveltal, I think I was kind of because Rotom couldn't really switch in, I'm pretty sure. So yeah. I was just like, whatever. And I clicked U-turn just in case something fucking weird happened like that. So I can go into the Rotom. Yeah. I don't know. I was just kind of done with it. I was I was really not feeling it. That whole week.
You were low that week.
Haven't since, but no, yeah. So yeah, Yveltal I put on first. It was just it was just the mix offense was just kind of good in a lot of situations. It was good against Heatran. It was good against like some random crap. I think mostly Heatran was what I was bothered about on this roster. So mixed offense, U-turn roost, kind of normal mixed utility sort of thing. Arceus was also just kind of a come in, come out, defogger, offensive pressure, whatever. I forget what specifically Special Bulk was for. I guess it was like a secondary Heatran answer. I don't know. Well, a lot of things are pointing to Heatran for some reason. I don't know. Fizef Rotom was, I mean, obviously mostly for Zacian. Also resisted Heatran moves, Rillaboom. Just generally a good matchup here. Forces Arceus Ground to like run stuff like Power Gem, as it did. Toxic Pain Split just improves the matchup against things like Arceus. Leftovers, because I really wanted Yveltal to hold the boots for reasons. I don't know. This was kind of a rush job. This was set up Migirna.
Yeah.
And it died. As Eve pointed out, it is quirky because no stats could really be sacrificed. And there weren't really good, like, I just found the neutral nature better than like reduce one stat and then offset it with EVs.
I think this also might be our first like intentional like neutral nature that's actually been brought in either of these leagues.
Yeah.
Genuinely, like,
I don't know if it's the first, but it's one of the first.
You'd think, I don't know, you'd think for fucking nerds like us there'd be more, but it's just,
I think I brought a neutral nature Yveltal earlier by accident.
Yeah.
And I think if you go back, I think I couldn't remember whether or not it was actually on accident. But I think it was whatever the default showdown neutral nature is, which points more towards accident. Because I mean, yeah, Sienna and I have had conversations before about like quirky just being the best neutral nature because it's kind of a quirky thing to do.
Yeah.
Blastoise, there were just too many things that just kind of made. There's like Scarf Zacian potential. Yeah, serious. Yeah. And I mean, neutral nature is so unserious. I don't even know why it's. But Blastoise, it's weird because Hardy is usually the default, right? But on Showdown Team Builder, for some reason, it's serious. But anyway, there's Scarf Zacian. Let me look at Sienna's roster again. Oh yeah, Rillaboom. Duh. Rillaboom was the biggest, just kind of like that just completely invalidates setup Blastoise and Blissey to some extent. I mean, I could run Earthquake or something. But
yeah, Rillaboom destroys like Blastoise and Boulder. Which is like
yeah, I didn't bring Boulder either, yeah. It's just like, yeah, Rillaboom, Heatran, Zacian just made this matchup in general just really sad, so I had to bring weird stuff. And I was already sad, so
yeah.
Yeah, Whirlpool, for people wanting an explanation on Whirlpool, my thought process was that I put Whirlpool on there for literally no reason and regretted it immediately when the game started.
Oh, that explains a lot.
That's
Yeah.
I think Welcome to My Team is an awesome name for a league, by the way.
It really is. Welcome to my team.
Welcome to my team.
Yeah, just like there were some like I think there were some like Magirna calcs where I was like, I really want the hazard chip, I really want the spikes chip, and then like Frostlass was just the last thing I could fit spikes onto, and just like I can't do if I'm doing like Frostlass where the main purpose is spikes, because like you can do a few things, especially in draft, with Frostlass besides Suicide Lead. Like I brought the Choice Band one earlier, but if its main purpose is spikes, really the best it can do is Suicide Lead, even though it's not very good.
Yeah.
And I mean, basically all that did was give Rotom a free turn to poison the RCS.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good. But yeah, Frostlass is great.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. You played around the Destiny Bond correctly, which I mean, you should. You know what Frostlass does. You know what Focus Sash Frostlass does. I was really surprised at Overheat being the button that got clicked on me.
Overheat and Magnastorm, and Overheat was more accurate, and I didn't want to use Magnastorm PP.
Yeah, but Magnastorm, it does.
I mean, Magnastorm would have killed you. Like it would have killed you.
And it would have the passive damage, like avoids Destiny Bond. So
yeah, I just didn't.
Yeah, you didn't want to miss. You didn't want to take too many.
I didn't want to miss and waste my fucking shit. So
yeah.
Yeah, it worked out
anyway. If I had been like incredibly swag, wait, it might not. Hang on, 1 second. No, it doesn't. I thought for a second that because Lilly learned Earthquake, Frostlass did too, but no, that's Snorunt can't get it, I guess. Yeah, Waff. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That actually might be a lie. I don't think I have a lot of time tomorrow. You can figure that out later. Yeah. So. Oh yeah, I didn't cover Hasty Yveltal. I was a lot of flip-flopping on what nature that should be. Ultimately, I figured the physical moves would be killing it anyway, mostly. I mean, it made it a worse Rillaboom switch-in, but I already had Rotom for that.
And Arc. And
Arc, yeah.
And yes, and yeah, you gotta also remove Rillaboom.
Yeah, and I guess I just wanted it to take something. I don't know. I mean, I guess taking flip turns better would have been, and like possibly surviving like unboosted play roughs. But yeah, all in all, I mean, yeah, this was. I mean, you can kind of tell it's a rush job team. I kind of wish I had played Magirna a little better, but I just like momentarily forgot that Zacian was the stupidest animal on Earth.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it wasn't that bulky of a Magirna, but like 42 or whatever the hell Play Rough did is stupid.
I think you honestly put together something decent for the time you had, and I think you played well. Like I will moan about the hacks, but like you played well. Like you did good in that game overall.
I got hacks on the stupidest turn where I was put in a bad position and had to make a bad sack, and then I got something weird that made it not a sack.
Yeah. Yeah, good shit. You wanna talk about your trade real quick?
Oh yeah.
You traded both your tier 4s. You had Process is now gone. As is
Process is gone now. Yeah. Muck. I mean, Muck was like specialty like contracted mercenary that I had. Did its job really well. And I mean the contract is up now, so it's off to other things. So I had to bring in Pheasantipity, which is just like another poison type that just it's like actually a fighting resist and a fairy resist. It spreads.
Recovery.
Yeah, it has recovery. It spreads status in the same weird way that Muck does. Yeah.
It's all moves instead of just contact moves, and it's toxic. Yeah. Normal poison.
Yeah. Although the normal poison like is sometimes like.
Sometimes better.
I do like it on the poison type.
I think toxic is.
Toxic is toxic.
Also. Yeah.
Yeah, it has an actual speed tier. It, it has a little less offensive presence, and it doesn't have, like, priority or pursuit. So it does have some, like, it's not, like, just better Muck, but, I think it's gonna, I think it's gonna
especially.
Yeah.
It made sense.
I think it has a more likely chance to fit on teams. And then, like, Frostlass, I mean, it was, again, something hard to fit on teams. It did okay the 2 times it came. It did get a silly, like, triple axle kill at some point, or whatever it did to, what was it, WAFFLOES? Yeah. But Rhyperior... I mean, Rhyperior is that guy, right? You look at those first 3 stats, and and I mean, yeah, it like slots in better as like a potential, just like kind of does one thing really good with that 140 attack, rock ground, whatever. Solid rock shit. And I don't. Yeah, if I put it in the right spot, I think it can. I think it'll be able to do it.
Yeah. But yeah, like stress out to Rhyperior. He's kind of goated.
Yeah.
Yeah, like good shit.
Yeah, if you've ever seen like Rhyperior do good things, he does good things when the time is right.
Important to note that despite the fact that Rhyperior's like typing is like fucking doo-doo ass, it's fucking UU this generation because it just like it counters like specific like really good UU guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's got the fire and flying resist, it's got the electric immunity, it's got solid rock to mitigate some of the... And it's got 115 HP, like...
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, like, if Rhyperior had a good typing, it would be, like, fucked up.
Yeah, and it loves Terra, so...
Imagine if Rhyperior was Tusk typing, where everything was the same.
Dude, Rhyperior with Tusk typing might actually be OU. That might actually be OU.
He would honestly just be a side grade to Tusk. He's just slower, stronger Tusk. Like,
right.
At that point. Like, he's just slower, stronger Tusk, but...
Doesn't have Rapid Spin, but does have Mega Horn.
Anyways, yeah, anyways, like, good shit, Hazel. Like, thanks for your time.
Yeah, good game.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Bye.
And you
I
will-
believe you should cover. I'll go back to like order limits.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, Sauzels also made it into playoffs, so enjoy some Sauzels gaming coming soon.
Yeah. Let's talk about somebody who did not make it into playoffs, unfortunately, but who made it into our hearts. Let's talk about Funyonion.
Wait, we didn't talk about your team.
Oh shit, yo, we didn't talk about my team. Yeah, let's talk about my team. Alright, let's see
This
real
is,
quick.
listen, just so everybody knows, this is why we love Sienna. She's extremely humble. Even though she won this match, she was perfectly okay going to Funyonion.
Yeah, anyways, here's some guys. I built this team, like 3 weeks ago, so I don't remember that much about it, but, I remember a few things. This roll boom is really normal. High horsepower is the hit. I can't tell you, like, what all the EVs were for. Like, there's some crazy EV spreads on this team, so don't fucking ask me about it. Like, I thought it was for Magirna. I was really scared of Magirna, like, because, like, beating, like, every Magirna set is, like, really hard. I was very lucky that I was able to just kind of, like, press buttons and then it died. Because, like, otherwise, like, I could have been scared to death.
Oh, fuck, I forgot my favorite guy on Sauzels Team. It's Rotom Heat.
Oh, let me...
He was Heat that match.
Yeah. But I wouldn't really honestly didn't fucking do much. I mean, like, I bought Rotom because, like, I needed to bring it for, like, Boulder and Blastoise, because if Boulder and Blastoise got brought, like, offensive Boulder and Blastoise got brought and I didn't bring Rillaboom, then I'd just be like, I just have eggs on my face. So I needed to bring Rillaboom. But honestly, he didn't do that much here. I mean, the train was nice. Helped out in the end with Zacian. It helps to keep Zekrom alive, but yeah, nothing crazy. Zekrom, so, okay, fun fact. So I did a little bit of prep with Faye for this team. I didn't do a ton. I mostly just, like, I got a couple tips from her. But after I sent her this paste, the only note Faye gave me on this entire team was I would take this Zekrom set out to dinner. So that's why, like, if we were pausing and showing off, like, the stuff, like, if we were pausing and showing off the replay, like, you would have seen, like, Faye saying, like, is Sienna, is Zekrom available tonight in the showdown chat and shit. You know, Faye really wanted to go out on a date with my fucking with this Zekrom, with this specific Zekrom. And to be fair, I do love this set. I think it's fire. It's similar to Zekroms I've brought in the past. I think it's like this. It's similar to, like, the one I brought against Lilly and, like, Ray, but I mean, it's just a classic. You can't go wrong with a classic, can ya? Mola is pretty normal. I went a little extra into Fizz Def for, what was it for? I can actually double check this one really quickly.
Did you figure it out?
Yeah. I needed, like, like, I had extra Fizz Def because I needed something that would, I couldn't go all Fizz Def because there were too many special threats, but I needed something that would be able to defensively check, like, Dragon Dance, Dark Dragon, and that's why Tickle's here also. And I named this mon the Do You Feel It? Because, like, I don't know, I was just like, do you feel, like, the chilled on your spine was, like, what I was trying to go for. You feel the energy in the air. Because, like, Tickler Mola is something that I've been, like, talking about with Hazel for, like anytime me and Hazel are talking about, like, prepping or whatever, like, I'll be like, okay, well, what if I bring Tickle on Mola? And it feels like I do that, like, every week. And I finally fucking brought Tickle. After getting shot down on Tickle so many times, but it was perfect for this matchup. It made perfect sense. This Tickle is really good against Dragon Dancers.
I don't think it actually got used even, which is really funny.
Yeah. But yeah, like fucking shouts out to Tickle, bro. Like, yeah, like,
I love hyping up the Tickle that did not get used.
Yeah. Well, it's because the thing that I was supposed to tickle didn't come. There were no physical, like, offense things, really. But yeah. Air grounds, this is pretty normal. It's Power Gem instead of, like, Ice Beam because I needed to hit Rotom Heat, and that's, like, the only move that hits Rotom Heat. Pretty simple. Pretty simple idea. We're gonna defog. Made more sense as a defogger here. Heatran honestly did quite a bit of good stuff in this game.
Definitely.
I was happy with Heatran not, like, immediately eating shit or whatever, because, like, I had a lot of games where Heatran just didn't do that much, like, before. Stealth Rock Taunt, like, Magic Storm Overheat, Stealth Rock Taunt, like, Overheat was just an extra fire button for, like, consistency against Magearna, because I was fucking terrified of Magearna. I built in, like, 4,000 Magearna checks. The name Baddest Bitch is, like, it's a reference to the fact that, like, I don't know, at some point we were like, somebody was streaming Showdown into this. At some point we came to the idea that Heatran's a Maoist, and I don't know what it was, and then that's, the Baddest Bitch thing is, like, some fucking picture of Mao that, like Ellie Deckle, where somebody put, like, these, like, I can't even remember what rapper, like, lyrics over about the baddest bitch I ever seen. Like, whatever. It's, like, it's really, it's an arcane reference. I don't even know why I decided to explain it. But yeah, Heatran did work. Good into a lot of things. And then, yeah, Zacian did a lot of work. Zacian was, like, the biggest thing that Faye, like, advised me on was to actually bring Zacian, because I didn't have it on my first version of this team. I brought a Pixie Plate, Zacian, play up close combat Fire Fang Quick Attack. It probably should have been Wild Charge. Because I could have, like, killed Blastoise in the position where, like, Blastoise came in to threaten me and like not had to lose my Intrepid Sword so quickly, but you know, it happens. But I mean, obviously Zacian did great. Like, just play off is a good button to press when your opponent doesn't really have any, like, they can't switch into play roughs for a long time. But yeah. You have a favorite guy on this team?
You know, it might be a little bit of a controversial pick, because he did fumble that one play rough, but I do gotta give it to Zacian. I feel like he made it up to you with that crit.
4 kills or whatever, you know?
Yeah, and he got that crit close combat. You know, he was fucking sorry. He's a nice guy. He's a good dog.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not talking about my trades really quick. I traded Thunderous Therian, who I've been complaining about the entire fucking league, for Salamence. WAFFLOES, I wasn't gonna trade originally, and then WAFFLOES got rid of Salamence for Chestnut for some reason, which we'll talk about. WAFFLOES will explain themselves, hopefully. But like Salamence, it just basically did everything I really wanted Thunderous Therian to do, but, like, mostly better. And I mean, it's cool. It's Salamence. It's fucking Salamence, bro. You ever seen that guy? He's like a big dragon guy.
It's true.
He's crazy. And then I traded Fancy for Blissey because Now I had an open tier 2 slot because Samus tier 3, but Thundersterian was tier 2. And I shoot Chansey for Blissey. I just evolved my Chansey into Blissey. So yeah. I mean that's not even that interesting of a trade. There's a couple trade-offs, like obviously yeah, like Blissey isn't as good of a hard wall as Chansey is, but like in terms of its flexibility and ability to fit on different team styles, it's way better than Chansey is.
It also doesn't get as gooped from knockoff.
Yeah, like Chansey only really fits on like hard stall. Whereas Blissey can fit because it can carry boots and stuff. It can fit on a wider variety of teams. Having the 75 special attack instead of like 35 is nice because that means it can actually chip things with moves other than seismic toss. Yeah. You know, overall I think a net upgrade. Got that Mola Blissey in tier 2. Fear me. But yeah. That's my trades. And I was talking about Funyonion. Let's talk about Steven versus Funyonion.
It's a funny moment.
And we're gonna.
It's a funny moment. I think this is the record for the shortest game in either league by a wide margin. By like.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I don't think there's a match that even comes close. We just need to... I think we need to present this with no commentary. We literally just let it play and just watch in awe.
Yeah, it's just... Alright, Shadow Billy.
Shout out to Shadow Billy. Oh my god.
It's 8 turns.
8 turns. There were two turns of that match where a Pokemon on Steven's side didn't die.
Yeah. Yeah. Prepare for Spectral Thief. If you're ever in any situation where you need to fight Marshadow, please keep Spectral Thief in mind. It's the most fucked up move in existence, basically. Yeah. I don't know what else to say.
Literally, that match spoke for itself, I think.
Let's swing out Funyonion.
Let's bring out the 500 SQUAWKABILLYS representative.
Rewatching that battle. You know, it's been some time since that battle. You're rewatching it, how you're feeling.
Defani?
Are you there? Give me a second for your mic to work. Give you a sec. Okay, I'll invite you to I'll invite you again. Totally.
Is it
okay.
Working?
Yep.
Yeah, it's good now.
That's weird. I was in the middle of eating a cheese stick. It felt really good to have solid food, you know, for the first time since getting out of the dog pound.
Yeah.
They fed me gruel every day, and it was pretty salty. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm really glad they let me out. They said it really weird though. They were like, we're gonna let you out, and we're gonna let you have access to your account, and they emphasized that. That was weird. But it's fine. It all worked out.
Yeah.
And this was my first match out of the dog pound, and I'll tell you who I found in there. The son of SQUAWKABILLY. SQUAWKABILLY had a secret son this whole time.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah. And I was confused about that. But now that you've explained it, it makes more sense to me.
Yeah, he was being raised sort of out of the public eye, because SQUAWKABILLY, you know, he's a thoughtful dad. He's a contemplative dad, or at least was, you know, in retrospect. And he didn't want to put him in the public eye, his little son. But yeah, Smeargle captured him, and so we both kind of broke out together. And I was like, you know, I got bad news about your dad, but he left a family for you, you know. And it took some getting used to, but after we got back, you know, to the rest of the 500 SQUAWKABILLYs, it was a very happy reunion. And our first battle back, he was on the team, of course. He didn't get to do much. He was just sort of in the sidelines, but you know, the rest of the 500 SQUAWKABILLYs, they were like, sit back, relax, listen, son of Billy, we're gonna show you what 500 SQUAWKABILLYs can really do. And they really put on a show for him. They really
really did something.
He did do something. It was incredible. Spectral Thief should be banned, but that was the technique that never worked on SQUAWKABILLY. It's because, you know, he's a normal type. They were rivals. I don't know if you recall. They were rivals, him and Shadow Billy.
Yeah.
So using this ultimate technique, just sort of unleashing this upon the enemies, he really got a chance to shine, you know, and really got to show everybody, show Son of Billy, what 500 SQUAWKABILLYs is all about. And after the game, just like a round of we went to Chuck E. Cheese, obviously, because Son of Billy's just a little Billy. He's just a little bit of Billy. So
yeah. I mean, he doesn't even have an extra 4 EVs on his stats yet.
Yeah, he didn't know about those.
He's young. He's inexperienced.
Yeah. He hasn't earned those yet.
Yeah.
But he's a little more experienced after watching that. Huge Dance King, the legend. She is finally had got the kill this match. I was thinking for a second, is Huge Dance King, is it bad to leave her in on Groudon? And then I thought for a second, she has 800 attack. No, it's not. And then I left her in. And so that was cool. Instant kill, and that felt fantastic. I don't know if you could feel through the screen how great that felt, but it was really cool. And it was just sort of a clean sweep. I did have to sacrifice a Pokemon just because I wanted a clean switch into Marshadow, because if I switched in, I could have just let, I suppose, Huge Dance King die. I didn't have to, but you know, someone was gonna die regardless, or faint rather. And I wanted a clean switch into Marshadow because I knew that this was my time, and not since my battle with Cross, which is probably my favorite battle of this entire league that I had, has a Pokemon that I brought gotten to do exactly what I brought them to do. With Cross, it was Regieleki using Explosion, and here it was Marshadow using Spectral Thief. SQUAWKABILLY using Brave Bird to get a critical hit was also pretty much what I brought him to do. That was very funny, but not quite exactly. But I had a lot of fun. This was super fun. This was a cool match. I did not know this was the shortest match by a wide margin. That's cool to hear.
Yeah.
That's a record. That's the 500 Squawkabilly set a record.
Yeah, the 500 Squawkabillies going out with a bang. Truly.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We are very happy to have Son of Billy on our team now, among our ranks. It's very good to be sort of reunited with the Squawkabilly, bloodline. Obviously, he was very beat up about his father, but he made a determination to continue on in his memory, and he is no longer. He's not the leader of the team. Obviously, that falls to Mega Squawkabilly, the most mature of the team in the Squawkabilly's absence. But we're very excited to have him. We're very happy to have him around.
I'm glad he's here. I'm glad somebody can carry on his legacy, Squawkabilly's legacy.
Yeah.
And I do hope some justice does come to Smeargle. I don't want to talk too much about Smeargle because it's really, I mean, we're trying to talk about happy things right now, right? We're talking about positivity. We're talking about the victories of the 500 Squawkabillies. We're talking about Shadow Billy's sweep. We're talking about all this, the discovery of Son of Billy, his return, his grand return, but like not return, but you know what I mean, his entrance into the public eye, but Smeargle has returned to this league somehow. Joan was denying it. Joan was being coy and saying this was Gengar. This is no Gengar. This is Smeargle.
Yeah, I'm reading that, and only a few of the letters from Gengar are present in the word Smeargle, and I won't be tricked by that old chestnut again. Don't think I will be, because that is the word Smeargle. If you put the letters in a different order, it makes it a different word. So I know that. I know that.
I learned that recently as well, and I just, are you concerned about this development, or do you think,
when I was in the dog pound, eating gruel and not being able to sleep because the lights were on all the time, and also the H&R block that was sort of being sublet on another part of the building was really loud because of all the phone calls. I couldn't sleep. I was pretty angry at Smeargle, but when I got out, and when I found Son of Billy, I looked at him and I remembered everything that Squawkabilly taught me before his passing, of course. And Squawkabilly he gave Smeargle a chance, and some will say that he might have regretted that if he lived to regret it. But I would say that at the end of the day, Squawkabilly wanted Smeargle to play by the rules and have that chance, and I think by virtue of Smeargle following the rules enough to get traded in rather than barging in, I feel like that was... I feel like...
I mean, he's been traded in and Moody's crossed off, but, it's just...
I feel like
maybe...
it would behoove Squawkabilly, if he were here, to allow Smeargle... Squawkabilly's a forgiving bird. I feel like if we allow Smeargle into this league and give him a fair shot, fair and square, I feel like that's what Squawkabilly would have wanted. And we've made sure we're safe. I found out you can actually test things for fentanyl. Didn't know that. Thought you just had to taste it. Thought you just had to lick it and find out. It's not how it works. You can actually test them. So we've got like about 100 of those in a pile in our little witness protection program room. That me and the 500 Squawkabillies are staying in. We've got sort of a ranch that we're staying on right now from the witness protection program, and it's pretty great here. So we'll be fine. We'll just watch from the sidelines, and I hope everything works out with that. I mean, here's hoping.
I'm hoping to, I don't want anything messed up to happen. I'm not a fan of any messed up stuff, but I'm glad that you have forgiveness in your soul. And kindness in your soul.
Is there anything you want to say about your roster before you're out of here? It's been an honor having the 500 Squawkabillies be a part of this league.
Thank you. I would just like to I would just like to shout out Blaziken, who Charizard Billy, who I brought on exclusively to be sacrificed in order to get a clean switch in to another Pokemon. And he only came like twice. He was cool. And I just want to say we're a big family here. You know, we truly, by the end, all of us had grown in our own ways, and by the end, I feel really close with each and every one of these Pokemon. We learned a lot, and you know, that's the beauty of the game. And I feel like we really got to experience the full extent of that, and I'm very proud. Proud of us. 500 SQUAWKABILLYS, if you're listening to this, I'm proud of you. You did great.
Now, Morgan, I don't think I have to ask what your favorite guy is, but, like, you know, it's just...
I mean...
It's just standard procedure.
Yeah, I mean, it's... We miss him every day, you know?
Yeah.
SQUAWKABILLY, he represented the best of us in this league. He truly was, like, a one-of-a-kind guy. And I hope that up there, I hope the big guy's treating him well, because he deserves nothing but the best. He deserves nothing but the best, and I hope he's proud of what his son and everyone else is doing in his honor. And you know what? We're gonna bring Smeargle to justice for him. We're gonna bring him to justice. And we will never forget what SQUAWKABILLY has brought to all of us.
Never forget.
Never, ever forget.
Never forget.
Yeah. Salute.
Yes, thank you for honoring us with your presence.
Oh, right.
Thank
Also,
you.
Penny,
Thank you.
you got commissions open, right? I wanted to plug those for you.
Oh my gosh, that's so kind of you.
Oh,
I'm just gonna put this in the chat for everybody, because I know you need some money lately, so you know, I'm just putting that in there. You know, I just wanted to plug it, so like,
what a beautiful kind thing that you've done. Yeah, thank you.
So check it out, guys. If you're looking for any drawings, there's some real good drawings there. But yeah, thank you for your time, Tony.
Thank you so much.
Have a nice night.
You too.
Bye.
All right. Salute. Yeah, that's the only emoji you can really send at this point. That Eve has sent here.
Yeah, let's talk about Steven's team. I mean, I don't know what we can say about Steven's team, because I mean, probably not a great showing.
Yeah, most of Pokemon didn't do anything, but
yeah,
this is the same Groudon that got brought every time. This Crobat's kind of new. I got 249 speed.
I don't even think this is new. I think we've already discussed this fucked up Crobat before. Hold on, can you go back to the team from last week? I'm having, like, deja vu right now.
Dude, maybe it was the same Crobat.
Is this the same team?
Dude, this is the same fucking team. This is the same Link.
Oh my god. I think it might be literally the same team.
I don't have anything to say about this team.
Yeah, there's nothing to be said.
Our favorite guy was Mega Blaziken because he gave the boosts to Shadow Billy.
Well, overall, Steven had some builder issues, you know. Steven never really got into the flow of, like, building, like, completely unique rosters.
He didn't quite have the time to do everything.
And it happens. Like, it happens.
You know, it's not nothing wrong with it. Like, really have happened, but you know, yeah, like, it's just you know, it is what it is.
It be how it be.
Favorite guy on this whole thing.
I'm noticing a certain plant has a lot more kills than anything else on this roster.
Yeah.
I gotta give it to Lilligan. Yeah. Tier 2.
Lilligan has to be the goat of this.
on a team that lost like almost every week, Lilligant still had quite high kills.
I got 168 and I got 2 kills afterwards, so you know, that's out, I guess. I'm kind of a Lilligant hater because I prepped Diana that week, so my favorite guy is I don't know, Reshiram because I like his vibes. And that ancient power and shit was all the whack ass sets that Reshiram had are really funny to me. So that's my goat. Alright, let's gonna move on. We got WAFFLOES here. We got WAFFLOES versus Tristana.
Yeah, Tristana losing this game, by the way, is what kicked me out of the league. If WAFFLOES had lost this game, it would have been me in playoffs. But you know what? If there's anybody in this league that I would want to carry on my legacy, it's my ultimate rival, WAFFLOES.
Yeah. So, you know, let's get this going. Let's get,
You got the Palkia lead into Hulk Toilet!
Yup.
The Devil Swirly. Switching out.
Fucking 40% to Arceus is the strongest shit, but
yeah,
it does have the dip.
Palkia is fucked. It should be 985 like Yerma. Got a meteor mat. Oh!
The static though.
Huge static.
Pretty brutal. Just decides to stun it, or just decides to, why did I say stun it? Just does a meteor match again.
Yeah.
But Psychic Fangs are reflect.
Yeah, that does big damage.
And just Psychic Fangs there, but obviously that's not gonna do anything to Ultra Necrozma, so... Or Necrozma Duskman, rather. And then yeah, just kind of sack the Metagross because it's paralyzed, and that's rather shite. Goes for the Prankster T-Wave to paralyze the Necrozma, which, you know, if it's like a Super Necrozma, you definitely, like, appreciate that.
Yeah.
Switching to Photon Geyser.
Photon Geyser doing a shit ton. Zaptough having to go down to protect Necrozma.
Just pumping it.
The Dastardly Ring! Oh my god.
Yeah, the Dastardly Ring comes in here and drops a fat overheat.
Not that fat, it only does like a quarter health.
Yeah, sorry, it's not that fat. I don't know why I didn't Sludge Bomb in the first place, but yeah, it's just kind of fishing for a poison.
Yeah. In comes Hulk Toilet!
Yeah. Forced out by the T-Tar, Test comes in, Minecraft movie in theaters.
And Hulk Toilet gets rocks up.
Spins
but
it
it doesn't even matter. It doesn't fucking matter.
It's back to Volcanion. It's back to the Dastardly Ring.
Yeah, it's a little bit...
Who's getting chipped down now.
Yeah. The chip is not great for Volcanion. The overheat miss!
Overheat again. Probably should have been Sludge Bomb, really, but, you know, it's whatever. T-Web not gonna work on an already paralyzed character. Tusk comes in and just does live that Photon Geyser and reveals that this is physical Necrozma. Knockoff not doing as much as it could because of the Z Crystal, naturally. Scar Cleave work on so to get their pick up Doe revenge kill. But now Thunderous kind of just needs to get sacked.
It's looking a little tough for Tristana. Though the CC does insta-kill Hulk Toilet.
Almost Cleavor, but you know, it's getting rough now. Decides to get fucking Fling Light Ball.
Fling Light Ball is a really good bit. That's really good.
Unburden and then fucking, like, just... Yeah, what the fuck?
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, but, yeah, and then finally Cleavor does die, but, you know, honestly, Cleavor did a lot there. Cleavor did so much.
Yeah.
We got so many kills. That game was like 5. WAFFLOES had 5 Pokemon when it was just down to like basically Cleavor as the only option. If Tristana had like positioned Cleavor a little better, that could have been a win. But yeah, you know, it just happens. Let's bring WAFFLOES in here. Let's bring in the Waffle to discuss this matter further.
Alright. I haven't looked in the sheet since I last played. I forgot
Yeah.
about Fling Light Ball, dude.
Yeah. You've been finding so many creative ways to fucking proc Unburden
Yep.
in this league, but we got the Pump Brothers.
I
Yeah,
don't
like,
remember. I think the biggest thing with this team, I was just fucking terrified of Metagross. Just because it's like a big, huge dude. Arceus, not Arceus, Palkia, was very, very scary. Just because, like, you saw how much it did to, like, the fattest, specially defensive Arceus ever of all time. And it did so much. I felt like I had to dedicate Arceus just to dealing with that thing. Recover Defog, I had on there for a while. I was stuck between what move I wanted for, like, what fourth move I wanted. I just ended on Will-O-Wisp just because, like,
yeah,
it's
it's
big
good.
guys. At one point that might have been something else, but didn't really end up mattering. I was kind of regretting not bringing Earth Power initially on Arceus, but then Judgment did like 25% to Volcanion. I was like, oh wait, I'm fine. I'm like Arceus, so it's fine. Strongest Pokemon ever.
Yeah.
Toilet, I don't remember much about this set. I do remember literally bringing Rock Blast on this thing just because you've talked about last replay review about how I'd bring some shit like Rock Blast instead of Stone Edge. I was like, okay, well now I gotta bring it. Now I have to do this just for the bit.
Rock Blast is pretty good if you get lucky. If you got the luck on your side.
I clicked it once and I got one hit.
On average, Rock Blast is as good as Rock Slide, and sometimes it's better, and sometimes it's worse.
Crunch. I forget why I had Crunch specifically. I guess. What was the Archon just on his team? Fucking. Oh yeah, I guess for Metagross. Because knockoff wouldn't be knocking off the Mega Stone. I wanted to do big damage to that. And low kick, I think, was just for. I think. Oh, Earthworm, and I guess. I don't really know what else. Fucking Darkrai. I was pretty scared of Darkrai. I guess the idea was I'd live a Focus Blast. I think I EV'd it to live a Focus Blast. In most scenarios, unless it's like modest specs. And I calced it, and low kick does kill, even though Darkrai is not super heavy. So that's cool.
Yeah.
What else?
Kind of crossed me here is like a SD. You got the SD, just like.
Yep, same shit.
Yeah, SD. Photon guys are Earthquake, Flying Sun, like pretty normal, like setup.
I try and do different shit with this thing.
Yeah.
But it's just so good at what it does. Like
It
even though
got
it's
by the-
you'll always
the
get, like fattest, and then it clicks 2 buttons, and it does kill it 2 guys, and then it's out.
Yeah.
That's usually how it goes.
Yeah, the T-Wave kind of goofed it, but it still made progress for sure. Like,
yeah,
you know, Dirge is Dirge.
Same thing. Just same thing as Necroz. It just clicks the same shit, and it does it well every time.
You remember if 4 special attack was like helped any range at all or anything, or if you just kind of did it for the lulz?
It might have. I do always end up doing the troll speed on Scarlet Dirge.
Yeah.
I don't know why specifically with that guy. It's just really funny.
Yeah.
Hex. I think my idea with this team was just statusing a bunch of guys.
Yeah, you got the double wisp. You got fucking fling light wall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
of course, yeah.
Zapdos, like
Fling light ball, I think was
discharge and some static, and
I forget why specifically I brought Fling light ball. I guess
Paralysis is good.
I guess so. I guess it was just funny. I guess I was just
yeah,
like this is a weird ass move. Probably the weirdest moves I brought in this either. Like, I think taunt was probably for Orthworm. That was for Orthworm. I was a bit skeptical of Orthworm.
Fling light ball is literally just the same as Nuzzle, but it only works once. It
Yeah.
doesn't make it
Ended up working pretty well though. I think.
Fling King's Rack is also the same as Fake Out, but it only works once.
That's like the same thing as just doing Fake Out normal gym. Is there any like advantage to having that at all? It's just not priority, right?
You can use it later. You can use it not the first turn you come in.
That's true.
not priority.
That's true.
Dude, there's hey, yo, Fling Poison Barb is 70 base power instead of like 30 like all these things. Damn, well, I shouldn't have said that on stream. I'm leaking your future sets. Like my Fling ideas.
Lagging tail fling. Next week.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got Zaptough.
Yeah.
Let this be standing for Super Saiyan Billy. Zaptough felt very inspired to lock in and get this playoff. Playoff spot like set. I ended up bringing something to kind of wall off just a multitude of guys. Metagross mainly. Completely forgot that Psychic Fangs did the thing it did.
That's a certified Psychic Fangs moment for sure.
Yeah. Honestly, if I had known,
it's like the most random fucking secondary effect. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, like on
Honestly,
Brick Break,
I think
it's
I still
understandable. Psychic Fangs? Come on.
I think I still thought I got Zen Headbutt, maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna get Zen Headbutt. It's just Psychic Fangs is better because it's 100% accurate.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. I think Zapdos did not learn it, but I definitely thought about bringing Feather Dance on this thing. And that would have realistically that would have been better than Reflect. Is the funniest thing. But yeah. Unfortunately, like really only got the paralysis on Metagross and then died. But that was enough. Yeah, I guess geez, that match near the end, I felt pretty confident about it, but that Cleavor was fucking me up. It had like every single coverage move I was terrified of. Like CC made sense, but like Psycho Cut, I was like, what the fuck? This is scary.
Yeah.
Cleavor's a big guy. I
Big,
don't even think I brought
man.
it this match when I think about it.
Big fucking man. What's your favorite guy, Morgan?
For this match? You know, I gotta be real. The Fling Sneasler is too funny with the light ball. It's too
funny.
good. It's like an extreme, like, and it's like
funny,
good. It's like literally good. It's just like also like funny. It's productive and funny.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Also, wait. All right. Sorry. Well, do you remember at all what these like crazy EVs are, or do you
Let me
already?
check my notes. I usually get pretty crazy with Zapdos, but let me see if I wrote anything in particular.
I'm glad you got Zapdos instead of somebody else, because like I wanted Zapdos initially. It was one of the things I was considering getting. Like, but I'm glad you got it, because like.
Zapdos has been a very fun Pokemon for me to use this
You put as much love into it as I would have, at least as much love.
It's been to mixed results, definitely. But it's it's always been fun to put on the team builder and like just fucking put whatever on it. I'm definitely not the best person to have that, but it's very cool. It's a very cool Pokemon.
Yeah.
I was offered Lander from Faye like a few weeks back. For Zapdos. I didn't end up taking it. I think Faye ended up keeping Lando. Wanted to keep Lando. I think it just goes to show how fun Zapdos has just been for me.
Yeah.
I guess we can talk about the chestnut trade now. That was a big thing for you, right?
I've been wanting to grill you a little bit on the chestnut trade for a while.
Grill me on it, really now?
I don't know. Like it's like I'm just what was the impetus? What was the idea there?
Really, the one thing was like I already have the most ultimate killing Dragon Sweeper guy of all time.
But why chestnut?
I wanted a ground resist.
You wanted a ground resist?
Yeah.
I mean, like.
And they got some funny shit that I was like looking like, ooh, that looks delectable. I was not really thinking about the matchup going into Faye. I was mostly just thinking like, this team's been weird for me to build. I've learned that this team style.
Oh, you could have taken like fucking Hydrapple or something.
I was so considering Hydrapple. I've
like
thought about drafting it like initially too.
You could have taken
I almost got Braylon.
The Predator Core. You could have gotten Braylon. You could have gotten Braylon. Yeah, I don't know. Chestnut was surprising to me. I mean, maybe he'll show his stuff later. I don't know, but.
No, I understand. It's definitely a contentious pick, I'm sure. I thought about a lot of different guys, there's some good guys in there.
I'm gonna like talk to you. Like next time we do a draft, I'm gonna like talk to you, and I'm just gonna like be in your DMs, and I'd be like, every time you're thinking about just like drafting, like basically like a fucking like stall roster, I'm gonna be like, what are you doing? You're like,
I don't know why. Like.
The third time we've done this.
Was just my last roster was just slow. It wasn't even stalled.
Yeah. It wasn't stalled. Yeah, but like you draft a lot of slow stuff, like, and a lot of defensive stuff. But you're like a crazy gamer. You're like a high octane gamer, and it's always.
I'm really just scared. I don't really play Ubers. Like, I was horrified of all the big guys.
That's fair.
You know, if I have Arceus Fairy and Necrozma, which are like the two strongest fucking Pokemon, and Hulk Toilet, 3 strongest Pokemon ever. I gotta get a defensive backbone, I suppose.
Yeah.
That really didn't end up working out as well as I thought.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's not like your roster's bad. I mean, you made playoffs, and congrats to your playoffs run. You know, we'll see how we'll see how it keeps going. Yeah, good shit.
Yeah, you have to carry on my legacy, okay? So don't lose.
I will. I'll click for. I don't have any ace types. I'll get a big kill. I'll get a big Morgan win.
Yeah. Good shit.
Just think, what would Ogre Pond do?
Probably click Ivy Cudgel. I'll probably do that. I'll do that with T-Tar.
Exactly.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, maybe you're down. See you. Alright. Now we got. What else do we got here? So this was a forfeit.
Yeah, we already discussed like the roster last stream, pretty much.
It was a forfeit, so
nothing to say. Said what we needed to last time.
We just have Lilly, Mike, and
oh shit, we didn't do Tristana's roster yet.
Oh yeah, we didn't do Tristana's.
Sienna's fallen asleep at the wheel.
I've had a long day.
That happens.
Yeah. I prepped Tristana for this a bit, but this was another thing where this was the same week like I was stressing about Sauzels, and I didn't get to help Tristana or Belle as much as I wanted to. So like
Thanks a lot on the Belle side. Thanks a lot on the Tristana side.
But yeah, like the
What's Koba Berry do again? That's for what? Is that
yeah,
ice
so
type?
it was yeah,
Oh.
like I was talking about it. Yeah, Koba Berry's flying. So Koba Berry was like basically it was like an idea. Like this was one thing where it was like me and Tristana didn't get enough time to talk because like Koba Berry was like an idea I threw out where I was like, yeah, maybe you could do Koba Berry Tusk as like an emergency Sneasler check. To like for like SD like acrobatics Sneasler. But we didn't really like talk about it any further than that. It was just like an idea I had. And I didn't actually expect it to end up on the finished team really. But yeah, Metagross was like this here, like Pursuit was like super obvious for the Necrozma, because like you want to smack that guy.
I need to use the bathroom real quick.
You want to like that guy? I'll just keep talking to you. I'll keep yapping. Yeah, like Pursuit is obvious because you just want to be able to like smack Necrozma really hard. And Tough Claws Pursuit hurts quite hard with like 150 attack or whatever the fuck. Other moves self-explanatory pretty much. Palkia normal. This is normal. This is standard, basically. It all makes sense. It all checks out. Volcanion. Helmet Volcanion was here so that it was like basically. It was meant to be kind of a Sneasler check, like an additional Sneasler check. We also wanted to use like so wanted as like a switch into like Arc Fairy. Honestly, it should have been Spadef for Arc Fairy. I don't know why I didn't really talk about that. I don't know why I didn't talk about it. I think I just figured like, oh well, Metagross will fight Arc Fairy. It's fine. Again, I wasn't bringing my A game in terms of my thinking power on this one, but yeah, like Hello Volcanion for things like whatever. Cleavor, we just ended up going Scarf. Cleavor is kind of like the most consistent set for it a lot of the time. Like, it's kind of a fucking gamer. Like, I remember the horse version. The fucking horse version has been dropped most weeks. Let me see, like, it's actually written on the sheet so you can see, like, yeah, week 1 Palkia Origin, week 2 Palkia Regular, week 3 Palkia Origin, week 4 Palkia Origin, week 5 Palkia Origin, week 6 Palkia Origin, week 7 Palkia Origin, week 8 Palkia. So, like, yeah, there's only been 1 week, and, like, half week 1, like, there's only been 1 week where it was actually regular Palkia. Like, Palkia Origin is just nice for, like, the type of game Tristana likes to play, because it's just faster. It's way fucking faster. It was 120 speed, like, Specs Palkia is cool, Dark Palkia is cool, but, like, 120 speed with, with, like, an item that boosts your Dragon and Water Stab is, like, damn, that's killer. Yeah, like, it's just such a strong, like, it's such a strong, it's a very strong option. This actually was for a second Scarf Palkia. Eventually, I was like, I was eventually just like, yeah, if it's Dragon Dance Necrozma, it won't be able to Scarf. Like, if it's Dragon Dance Necrozma, it won't be able to Scarf the Necrozma. So, like, I don't see the point of it as like a Scarf Revenge Killer, like, for that, because it was meant to kind of handle Necrozma. Like, that was the first version that Tristana handed me. Yeah, the Hood Grade test, like, I don't know, yeah, it was just Fizz Def test. It was kind of meant to,
Alright, I'm back.
It was good to just do the main removal here, like, because like we wanted extra like we wanted double removal because Thunders is here, and like we didn't want Tyranitar to block Defog with like to block Defog from Thunderous to block Prankster Defog, so that's part of why Tusk is here. But Tusk also just takes advantage of Tyranitar. This is a very good matchup against it. And Access ones and whatever else. I never know if you're gonna take advantage of a weird thing or not. Like, but I'm like acutely aware of Prankster Defog getting blocked by dark types. Like, I think about it a lot. Like, so I don't like if there's a very prominent dark type on somebody's roster, I don't allow people to bring Prankster Defog. The only time I brought Klecky was week 1, but part of the reason I brought Klecky that week is because fucking Tony did not have any dark types. But yeah, that's like Tristana's team pretty much. Like, I don't know, she's not around this week right now, so we'll just talk about like I don't know, who's your favorite? You think it was Cleavor for you, Morgan?
Yeah, it's Cleavor.
Just for bringing it close, bringing the pressure. Consummate V's. Probably V's is a good name.
And it is a reference to Homestar Runner, which is awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, shuts out. I get you to Tristana, making it into playoffs, and Tristana made no trades, so there's nothing to talk about there.
Yep. Now we got the last 2 matches.
Yep. So yeah, let's do Lilly Mike first. This is mic'd up. So we gotta get the mic battle music up. I still think it was a fucking good battle team.
It really is. Dude, I honestly gotta say right away, if Mike didn't join the league halfway through, I think he was a possible playoffs contender.
Yeah, he did some really good stuff, like, yeah. So, let's pull this up.
They got P-Jack's final push into the fucking Kartana. I forgot his name for a second.
Yeah, Magfest.
Overcoat coming into play.
Arceus Toadfish.
I am moving in.
He's flying. So I actually just goes with the Arceus flying for once.
That one song from Fallout New Vegas, epic win. I'm not moving in. I'm not. What is going on in chat? Lily's taking the piss. Stomping tantrum on Moongus is fucking awesome. I love seeing that. Moon's haunted, by the way.
Backside, but it really doesn't do that much. Fucking if you didn't recall, Mandibuzz is fat as fuck and Lopside's weak as fuck.
Yeah, Mandibuzz is crazy.
Yeah, he just comes back in, gets knocked. No more helmet for that fool. It's time for Deoxys speed.
That's a little bit of a Deoxys speed moment.
Spike goes up. Thunderbolt.
That does fuck all to Lugia. Holy shit.
Multiscale has not yet been broken. Honestly, that's a pretty ideal situation for the Lilly, though, getting whirlwinded out. Not having the 1v1 the Lugia anymore after Multiscale's broken.
Yeah. Ice Punch does fuck all. Drain Punch, though, that does decent damage, as opposed to the Iron Head.
Yeah. Art switches in Deoxys, which is a dubious decision, but just decides to Thunderbolt the Lugia and just kind of essentially sack itself.
Yeah, Lugia gets a nice
now, like,
it's barely avoids getting killed by Cart. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Rough.
That could be the craziest, like, turn ever.
Yeah, and now, this is one thing in this game that I remember being very frustrated by, is that Lilly kept getting the Misty terrain up and being in front of Amoonguss, and not really having a way to break Amoonguss, but not setting up Zygarde. Because remember, it turns up, so Spore isn't going to happen. So Zygarde sets up in front of Amoonguss for free, but Lilly was just really afraid to pull the trigger for some reason. And I think it's really what lost her this game, because there's just a lot of cowardice going on. Amoonguss keeps coming in and just like making progress, and like there's no real recourse for Lilly. And like she is picking up the hazard chip, but like, you know, he's not making that much else happen. Now Danganronpa Kinese comes in, but loses its leftovers and eats an ice spinner for its troubles. It could have been setting up in front of fucking Amoonguss, but you know, Lilly, in kind of a moment of desperation, just doesn't bother, and
yeah, and it's just not positioned well. It's just not positioned well. That does 19 to Lugia. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But now we're doing the shuffle game. Amoonguss can do approximately fuck all to Lugia, to Manabuzz.
Yeah.
And I actually can turn up the speed here because this mostly becomes a game of you know, we get a little bit of action here. Arceus Ice versus Tapu Fini. The Sludge Bomb doesn't kill.
Knockoff doesn't kill either.
On Origin, we get like a Sludge Bomb.
Yeah.
Just E-speeds it, and then E-speeds again because, you know, obviously Lugia is gonna kill it next turn. And now it's time for Manabuzz to click Whirlwind a lot. Lilly kind of has a win con here because, like, nothing can actually threaten Manabuzz that hard. Like,
it is kind of dicey.
Are these gonna be, like, can Mike get enough Rock Slide flinches?
Yeah.
Like, to make Manabuzz die? Because otherwise, like, Lilly can win the game. Just kind of sleep sacks her Arceus for no real reason, though.
Yeah, it's tricky.
Incon says a little, but not nearly enough to be a big deal. Lilly is down to 3 roosts here, so she's getting low. Clear Smog's doing fuck all. And Lilly's just content to keep clicking Whirlwind here. And there's a Rock Slide, and it flinches. There's a Rock Slide,
it's over.
It kills.
It's fucking over.
So, yeah. The Rock Slide flinch was always kind of the thing for this game, where, you know, for that end game, where, like, Lilly could have actually made that end game happen if she hadn't gotten that Rock Slide flinch. But,
yeah.
It did happen, and, yeah, like, unfortunately, Lilly just made a ton of mistakes before that point in the game to get her into that rough of position where she had to rely on not getting Rock Slide flinched. But yeah. I mean, good shit to Mike. You know, good shit to Lilly too, to be honest. I mean, like, We can talk about like yeah.
Take your time. Mike is here, by the way. Mike can talk about his team.
Yeah, so let's talk about Mike's team. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this journey. This journey. I'll say the other thing I had to say like later.
Hello.
My team building genius shines through.
Okay, yeah. So for that name, I just want to clarify because I was worried it might be interpreted as like bad manners. I put together this team in like an hour, a day before I think I had like an international flight. So I was, and Hazel helped me with like maybe one tiny thing, and that was it. It was mostly me. So I was very like convinced I was going to lose, and that was nothing but stress. And you can kind of tell, considering that if you notice, P-Jack doesn't have rapid spin at all.
Yeah, there's no rapid spin. There's no removal on this team. But yeah, yeah. So you got this. You got this moon up here.
Yes, Roaring Moon. Always a fucking good mon. I decided to give it a life orb just for a little extra attacking, like, ability. Roost was a woohoo, very good recovery. I think literally before the fight, it had a mirror herb and acrobatics, because I was like, ooh, I can switch it in to Zygarde as it's setting up, and then I can, like, steal the setup and then start sweeping. But I realized it was stupid, and that it would only steal a move if I switched it in perfectly.
Yeah.
And then the moveset I feel like is pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
It's, you know, Dragon Claw for Zygarde, Earthquake for that steal, Rock Slide for Mandibuzz and anything else that was flying.
Yeah. No Dark Stab, but you know, it's like it happens. It's like it's hard to fit in all the moves you need for recovering certain stuff.
Yeah, and also like Dark Stab was not a huge thing. Like Deoxys S, at least from my recollection, seemed to be mostly a mon that like jumped in, did some things, and then died.
There are a lot of really good Dark Resists on Lily's roster as well. Like Mandibuzz and Tapu Fini are two of her main defensive Pokemon, and those are both just like absurdly fat. So yeah, it's reasonable.
Yeah.
And
let's see.
There's
sorry, I need to like
there's
double check my team because I can't see the stream really well.
Funyonion in chat says you have a crazy awesome voice, by the way, Mike.
Fantastic. Glad to hear it. I'm glad my voice is fantastic. Lugia, because just Luigi's such a cool guy. And I had, you know, Roost and Whirlwind, just good for keeping him in the fight longer. Annoying the enemy team if they try to set up like that Zygarde tried to.
Yeah.
Aeroblast dealt with things like Volcarona, hits Kartana for neutral, hits Hawlucha,
destroys it, yeah.
So it's like, okay, that's good. Ice Beam because scare Zygarde, hit flying types, hit Nidoqueen.
Yeah.
Just good.
So it's just a good stab move. It's fucking good.
I know that I think like, according to Smogon builds, I think it's like Air Slash is like slightly better for like a little less damage but higher PP, but I just you know,
Aeroblast is epic though.
It is.
It's cool. I mean, it's like, it's one of those moves that you see it when you're a kid. You like get it with Metronome when you're a kid or something, or you use it. You catch a Lugia, you use Aeroblast, and you're like, whoa, Aeroblast, that's so cool.
I popped that shit every time I could in Pokemon Silver, every time. Okay, and then Amoonguss. I will note that at the very end, the reason I started using Clear Smog, not only for basic neutral damage, but I kind of realized at that point that it became a PP stall game of like if she runs out of Roost, it's Jover.
Yeah, she needed Roosts and she needed Whirlwinds. So yeah, like Clear Smog was real.
And then, you know, it's just like basically kind of a similar set. Clear Smog was for any setup. Giga Drain gives me back health. Spore is great for putting things to sleep, and then Stomping Tantrum for when I for that Arceus steal. Let's see. P-Jack's final push. I'm actually surprised I was able to use Iron Treads like decently this this league, considering I remember how much grief who was it, Ray or Chico was giving it last time.
Yeah.
But I kind of got lucky because I realized at some point that if I kept reading the switches properly, I could bring P-Jack back in, and I think that kind of helped pivot the game a little bit more my direction.
Yeah, Tread's fitting good.
Yeah, so it's like Earthquake to hit the things hard, Ice Spinner to hit and surprise things like Mandibuzz and Howlucha and Nidoqueen and especially Zygarde.
Yeah.
And then Knock Off and Stealth Rock, because knocking things off is great.
Yeah. It was great.
Exactly. So it's like, it's just good all around.
This is a funny set.
It is. You can tell another instance of my team building genius. I just realized I misspelled genius.
I noticed that immediately. I tried to pronounce it when I read the name, but I don't know if it came through. Yeah, it's my goodness.
But like, I put Will-O-Wisp on it.
Yeah.
In a match where Tabu Fini was likely to show up with the terrain that prevents status.
Yeah.
So, not my best move. Oh well.
It happens.
But I wanted to finally use Arceus Ice. Like, it's just I did not get a good Arceus. Being real.
Sludge Bomb, I assume, for the Finny, Power Gem for the Volcarona, Judgment for the good button to click.
And then Will-O-Wisp was like, I don't think anyone will expect it. It's a good way to quickly shut down any physical attackers she has. Like, Kartana tries to come out as a surprise. I try and predict it and throw the Will-O-Wisp or something.
The Misty Train definitely got in the way of that.
Yeah, what I should have predicted, but I clearly didn't.
Yeah.
And then, finally, the best water type, still Dracovish.
Yeah.
I mean, Flip Turn and Jet Punch are self-explanatory. I feel like those are just good moves.
Flip Turn and Jet Punch are on basically 100% of Palatine sets. Flip Turn is on, like, honestly, actually 100%. Like, because, like, it's how that guy works. Like, you have to leave once anyways. You might as well do some damage.
Exactly.
Like Jet Punch is
like it's just a perfect way to
godly.
Yeah, because it's like, okay, I can immediately pop 0 to hero whenever I want, and also just a quick way to like pivot to switch momentum. Jet Punch for anything that is going to outspeed me, and then Ice Punch because I was again scared of like Zygarde, and hit anything flying or like Nidoqueen, and then Drain Punch was to deal with like Steel, Kartana, and delightfully if Mandibuzz pops Roost and didn't realize it. But like, it's just a quick way for me to get my health back, and then I give it Expert Belt just to make those coverage moves a little more threatening.
Yeah. Man, I mean, like, Paladin didn't do anything crazy that game, but like, just like spread a lot of good chip generally, and like threatened a lot of stuff. So like, it did a good job. It did its job.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I'm surprised by how. I was actually genuinely surprised that I won that game, because I was really ready to just lose. I was very convinced I was going to lose.
Good shit.
And then, wait, do I talk, since this was my last game, do I talk about like my roster at all?
Well, first, we will in a second, but first, like, what's your favorite guy on this team, Mark?
I gotta be honest. I think it's Lugia. I think it's Lugia this game. I feel like Lugia just, like, walled so much shit. Like, Lugia is the quintessential Great Wall. That's his like birth name is the Great Wall, and he did exactly what he needed to. And you know, he got some good chip in there with the Whirlwind and his two moves. Ice Beam was really good as a pick on him. I don't know, he's fucking Lugia. Lugia's fucking awesome. Yeah. Who hates? If any of you hate Lugia, you are fucked. Because Lugia's dope. Look at him. He's like a fucked up bird lizard guy.
Got hands.
He's got hands. He's literally
he literally has hands.
Dude, listen. I acknowledge as an adult that Ho-Oh is an awesome guy. When I was a kid, I got Soul Silver because I thought Lugia was like cool as shit. And I'm right. Yeah. He is cool as shit.
I rocked with Pokemon Silver as one of my first games, and Lugia, just so cool.
He's literally badass.
Yeah, so we can talk about, like, the roster now, like, so, I mean, like, this is kind of weird, because, like, it was all, like, trade, I mean, honestly, like, after the trades, this is, like, unrecognizable from what Diana had, right, like,
yeah.
You know, like, Palafin and Ricky's Ice are the only ones that remain from Diana's shit, but, like, yeah, like,
so, let's see, so,
I mean, Ricky's Ice with these guys, but, you know,
sorry, what'd you say?
Like 4 weeks with these guys, but you know, I mean,
well, I did a little bit of cooking, you know.
You did some cooking.
I got in the kitchen late, but I still cooked some shit up.
You got two wins. You got some cool. You had an awesome game against Eve. That wasn't a win. We all loved it.
God, that was such a good game. Okay, let's see. I mean, Arceus Ice. So sad that I got an Ice typing Arceus.
Yeah.
It just made him so vulnerable to any entry hazards like Stealth Rock, and just anything could really hit him and scare him.
Bug and Rock were the other options, so, you know, it was just kind of picture poison at that point.
Basically.
Yeah.
Arceus is still Arceus, so when I could use him, he could be threatening. Mega Lucario, I think, genuinely...
was in 3 games.
Yeah, I checked. It has the highest kill-to-game ratio.
Yeah, it's
genuinely disgusting. Like, I tend to be very, like, child-minded in just choosing my Pokemon based off how cool they look, and I was like, oh, maybe I should have gone for Kyogre, maybe I should have gone for Mega Salamence. But the fact that every time I send out Mega Lucario, I am telling my opponent, I suggest you switch.
Yeah.
In very strong terms, it was just disgusting.
Yeah, it's like going to explode something, like, on average. Like, yeah, so it was like, yeah, it did go down in the kills per game, but that's only because of, like, trades on the trades, Raise King Gambit, which came to 1 game and got 6 kills. And then Phase Hydreigon, which just came to one game and 3 kills, and then Darmanitan, which is barely a little bit higher, but yeah, you know, they're homies. Mega Lucario and Darmanitan, they're brothers.
They're pretty much brothers.
They both recognize they fucked up. They respect each other. You know,
crazy kills. Like, yeah, like, I don't know, yeah, like pressing the buttons with fucking Lucario is so funny.
I know, and it has like a decent amount of coverage too, which makes it even worse. Like, it had Blaze Kick that I think I put on for when I was going up against a Scizor, and then it has Stone Edge for like that Ho-Oh and Infernape against Eve, and it's like
it's got Earthquake, it's got fucking, like, it's got everything it wants. It's got like a million moves. You didn't even get to dip into the special stuff because it's
I didn't.
Almost as good of a special attack as its physical attack.
And that's genuinely horrifying. Like, in any game you go up against it, it's going to have a set that's going to scare you.
It's literally got 140 special attack. Like it's got a better special attack stat than a lot of special attackers.
It's got a better special attack stack than fucking Arceus Ice.
Yeah, like fucking. Yeah, like, I don't know. It's crazy. Yeah, Palafin. Well, I'm sorry, Dracovish.
Dracovish, yes. As much as I probably still would have wanted to bring Dracovish just because cool guy, Palafin is also pretty good. Like, the fact that I get pop zero to hero, and then like it becomes an even scarier threat than Lucario in terms of attack. It's like, oh, okay,
it didn't kill a ton of stuff, but it chipped a ton of shit to hell.
Yeah, and like if it comes out and it's got a move that's super effective against your Mon, you have to switch. You know you have to switch, or else you're going to lose something. So like, it's very good at spreading that chip.
Yeah.
Lugia, my beloved. Multi-scale, brilliant. Roost with it, brilliant. And it's just such a good wall. Like, it does suck that I always had to bring boots, but like, it's just yeah, you know.
Lugia. Amoonguss did some fucking work, and the 2 games that got brought, it did not die. It just refused to die.
I now realize why Regenerator is so annoying. Like, oh, you can't like 1 hit or like 2 hit me to really bring my health down? That's a shame. All of your work has been undone.
Yeah.
Putting it up against Tangrowth was the funniest thing, because it's just like 2 bulky grass types. One can hit the other for like poison, but it most of the time doesn't, because it doesn't know what's going to happen. So it's just like, no, I regenerate.
Like, no, like, fucking Amoonguss did some crazy work. I mean, like, it was. I feel like all like most of the really like long, crazy, weird like endgame scenarios were like caused by Amoonguss kind of, because like the one with Lilly, like really like Amoonguss was kind of core to that, anyways. Even if it wasn't like the main player in that.
I mean, it just allowed me to have a wall. That forced something like. No,
stuff that happened.
Like in both games I had it.
To pass.
It just ensured that like, okay, you need to do something else. So it was great. Roaring Moon is delightful. Salamence, but if it was an old head, like it's great attack stat. It attacks things and they die. Like,
awesome bulk too, awesome speed, like a lot of great moves too. It's just, out.
Gyarados, I think, was to give me, I forget what Gyarados, like why I traded for it, but like decent Mon, pretty good coverage because Gen 1 Mon. I'm sad
one of the good side of Gen 1 Mon, but like it's got like the fucking, like it's. Side you what? Sorry.
I mean, like, Intimidate, great ability. I was sad that I never popped Z Celebrate. But, you know, it's still a good one.
4 games. It's not like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. What?
Yes, thank you to. I'm trying to think who told me. Faye did.
Yeah,
Faye told me to bring Floette Eternal, and I think there was one game I should have brought it, but it's just kind of a cool, funny fairy type.
Yeah.
Like, it's got good utility and funny Light of Ruin?
Yeah, that's the fucking nuttiest move ever.
It sounds like it should come from a fucking legendary, and it's just like
funny. And it's just funny that it's like technically like not real. Like it never came out. Like you're just using a guy that never came out.
Exactly.
Made up bullshit.
I cast my made up bullshit and it was somehow fucking legal. Iron Treads, because I needed a rapid spinner, and Hazel convinced me like give P-Jack a chance.
Like a steel type, and like you need a few.
He's been on Chico's couch for so long. He needs another ability, another shot.
Yeah.
But self-explanatory, and did his job pretty well. Ice Spinner is funny, haha coverage.
Yeah.
Let's see. Graphii is something I'm genuinely sad I was never able to bring.
Yeah, he didn't get to show up, but you know, he's funny monkey.
He really is funny little primate with some hilarious abilities. Like I feel like if I was a better player, I really could have just like been annoying with him. So shame, but who knows? Maybe in another league, possibly. Yeah. And then I finally brought Shuckle. I finally brought him. He finally did a thing.
He only got to come once. Unfortunately, it was double webs, so it kind of his effect got kind of canceled out. But you know what? He did it. You know what he did is he showed up.
And for that, I love him. It's for anyone who doesn't know, for context, in the previous motherfucker league, I got Shuckle like my first trade because I love him, and then I traded him away at halftime because he was pointless. So I'm glad I finally got him and could use him.
Yeah. And then Seismitoad, who came twice. I forgot against this, but he came. Oh yeah, he came to Ribbon and Eve.
First one was against Ribbon, and then against Eve.
He fucking cooked against Ribbon. Like that was
the moment that Hazel told me, like, hey, me and some of the people cooked up some nefarious magic with poison touch infestation. I was like, I'm sold. You have me.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
Fucking fire.
So funny, and I mean, just water ground. Good type, good type threatens things. Good type.
Yeah,
so solid mon
option in there. But yeah, I don't know. Overall, I mean, I think this roster turned out great, and I think I'm glad you had fun and got to play for the rest of the season because I mean
I definitely would have had maybe a few different mons because I think if I had a legendary Uber Duber, I would have treated myself and given myself Mega Skeptile because I am a child at heart and cool Gecko Dragon, but I am happy with what I had, and it cooked. Getting 2 out of 4 for how good I am at Pokemon, it cooked.
Yeah.
Very happy.
Yeah, good shit. Thanks for your time.
Of course.
Yeah. See you on the flip side.
See ya.
All right. So that's Mike's team. I'll talk about Lilly's.
Well, real quick, the GOAT of Mike's roster, I think I have to agree that it's Amoonguss.
Interesting. That's fair. I mean, Amoonguss, he made some of the most iconic moments happen of all the guys here. He didn't even come those times. He only came twice, but 2 out of 4. But he came. He made an impact. We couldn't stop thinking about. We couldn't get him out of our fucking heads. As soon as he showed up,
he left an impact.
I don't know why this got to happen. Sorry, fuck, yeah. So, Amoonguss made a fucking impact. No, sorry, because it's got a pop-up from Steam, and it did some shit.
Oh, okay.
Did some shit with my mouse, and fuck that. Some of Lily's shit, so, Lily's team, on this. This is another thing, when I kind of pepped her, but, again, I was fucking, anxious about Sauzels, so I didn't get to put as much time in as I wanted to. And I just wasn't doing that good that week. I wasn't doing mentally well. I haven't been doing mentally that good, so it's been hard for me, but yeah. All these things where there's 2 and something is literally just Lilly fucking around. The EVs are real. It's just you technically have 510 EVs, not 508. It's just the last 2 don't do anything at level 100. So that Lily's just using those like last two to like make jokes. Because you can put them in on Showdown and they're there. But yeah, like I don't know. Like overall, I think this team makes sense. I contributed like some of the spreads. I think I think I contributed this Arceus like set. Like I thought physical made sense here for a few reasons.
Did you contribute the 2 attack?
No, I didn't. Like I thought like I don't know, like Lilly did a lot of this stuff. I think I just did like some EV spreads and stuff. Like Coil Zygarde like made sense to me. Like Coil Zygarde makes sense. Like oh, it's pretty standard for like what Lilly has brought in the past. Finny is like a little bit mixed bulk, mostly Fizz Def. Like Maniba's like all Fizz Def, and then like Arc is Spadef for like the scarier like special things. Like Floette and like fucking Arc Ice and stuff, and like Lugia, like Calm Mind Lugia. And it was a physical. We made it physical like specifically for like specifically because like Lugia is really annoying, and like that was like the main reason, because it's just like if Lugia was Spadef, then like it would be super annoying to deal with that crap, and then also like Ironhead would hit Floette way harder and do a lot of other stuff. Yeah, like I think I did the Deoxys EV spread. I don't remember. We were trying to figure out something where superpower killed something or other at X, Y, Z level. No, it's hasty, no speed investment. Well, sorry, 2 speed investment. Yeah, I don't know. It's funny. It's Carpool.
It is Sparkle.
Deoxys didn't do that much stuff other than just kind of not quite kill Lugia, and then Lugia recovered on it. And there's like Scarf Cart, and this is like extremely normal Scarf Cartana, like one of the more normal Scarf Cartanas ever. Yeah, I don't know. This wasn't as much prep as was maybe ideal, but it is what it is. And like Lilly has just been so like the place Lily's been in like this draft league has just not been good. Like she's just been very stressed out and very busy with like finding a place to live and finding a job and finding all this other stuff. The Pokemon had to take the backseat, and that's why you didn't really see as much crazy stuff from her.
Yeah. As
you an MFL win, and that happens. Pokemon can't be number one, but I will tell you all. The happy ending is that Lily got a job, and she's moving soon, and she's gonna live close to me, and we get to hang out. So
yes,
awesome. It's all happy as fuck. That's really what I'm trying to say. The world is beautiful, but we do need to say goodbye to Lily's roster.
Yeah. It's the end of the line.
We need to pick out the favorite guy on this stuff. So kind of weird roster. I don't know. Like Zygarde got the fucking bulk of the kills.
Yeah, that's a
really
fuck ton of kills for Zygarde.
11.
I'm gonna be honest though, the go to this roster for me is not Zygarde.
It's not Zygarde for you? Who's it for you?
I think it's Feeny. I think it's Tapu Feeny.
That's fair. I mean, Feeny came every week.
Came every week was an annoying defensive guy to deal with. Set out the misty terrain, protecting everybody from statuses and shit. Like, Feeny as like a tier 1 pick was like an extremely solid one. Kind of kept things in check a lot of the time. You know? Yeah, Feeny put in work every week.
Yeah.
Like,
I have to give my devil's advocate for what my favorite guy is, dude, okay, like, it's like, okay, look, did he ever successfully sweep? No. Did he even get any kills? No. Did he come that many times? No. But did Snorlax strike immense fear into the hearts of those who had to face him both times he came? Yes.
that's not true.
I think Snorlax is kind of goated for that.
You're crazy.
I think Snorlax is kind of goated for that.
I think Sienna has lost it.
Once he got those curses up, when you were fucking fighting, you were not scared.
No,
you were not scared of his goat status.
Sienna, that Snorlax didn't do much.
We're gonna have a conversation about this later.
This is crazy.
You know,
this
for
is
now,
crazy to me.
Lilly, good shit. You know, maybe next week it'll be more stable and you'll be able to put her full
What do you guys think in chat? Who's the GOAT? The Pokemon that was an incredible defensive tool every week? Or is it the guy...
I'm not saying Snorlax will go. I'm saying I wanted to shout him out. That's what I'm saying. I wanted to shout him out.
Okay.
And my personal level, I kind of love him.
Okay.
And that's what I'm saying.
Alright.
I don't think he contributed as much as Finny or like Dark or Zygarde or Deoxys or
anyone.
Or Mandibuzz or... I mean, he contributed more than Xurkitree. That guy didn't come.
Oh, that's true. That is true.
Anyways. Yeah, we have, we have one final bout, which is Faye versus Ray.
Yeah. And this is a little bit of an awkward game to talk about, because this was a forfeit.
There was a forfeit towards the end, but you know, it wasn't that. You know, there is game to talk about before the.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like we'll talk about it. Yeah, let's get this going. So yeah, you know, Ray leads off with the fucking Zerara and just gets that bad knock. Takes the sludge, but whatever. Bolts out.
Ringo.
Poison sort of sucks on Giratina, but not too big of a deal. Sylveon does blank that Draco though. And Ray decides to actually like take a risk and stay in and toxic the Sylve.
Yeah, I mean it went to plan.
Yeah.
The analog pig.
Wish Clef to try to bring in the Swampert. Does take another Tox though.
Yeah, Toxic is going up all over the damn place.
Flips on Shaman Sky in the building, but doubles out into Clef, and as Faye doubles out into Skarm. I think that was... Yeah, it was just an attempt to get a free turn to heal Bow, which is what happened. And then the Wish whirlwind.
Well, Shaman can't do anything to Skarm, so it doesn't matter. It don't matter.
Yeah. Just volts out.
Yeah, we got a lot of pivoting going on. A lot of switching, a lot of pivoting. Air slash miss is so sad. Sometimes you forget that the one thing that's keeping Shaman Sky from not being the literal best mon ever created is that air slash can in fact miss.
Well, all of its moves can miss. Also, all of its moves can just not get their secondary effects if it gets unlucky. Anyways, heal block happens. So Shaman, or what if I say, Sylveon is no longer allowed to press Wish, so it just needs to leave in disgrace. Ray decides not to risk in front of Eternatus again, switches Swampert in.
Yeah, Swampert eats Dynamax Cannon. Ooh.
But Eternatus kind of eats Earthquake.
Yeah, and it's got recovery, so it's just... Analog Pig's gotta get out of there. Here comes Fat Universe, though. Oh, the poison is so sad, though. Especially on
Dark
the
Universe. Because they're fat?
This post sucks shit.
Sucks shit.
Fat Universe. Here comes Peter Pistons. We got a lot of good nicknames on Ray's side. Apple Twitter.
Now, 3 layers of spikes have been established here.
Yeah, it's a little rough.
And Wish drags in exactly what Faye wanted, which was Swampert.
Yeah.
And it also, but the Wish still comes true. And Ray is able to default away the pain just a little.
Yeah, it's
comes
tough,
back in.
though. It is tough. Clef does another funny heal bell.
But Celebi also has heal bell. And of course, the world's biggest Leech Seed fan clicks Leech Seed. Knock hedges into arc fighting. Not what you want. A little bit of loss of momentum, but Clef comes right back in. Arc doesn't seem to really have anything for Clef, so it's just into Celebi here.
Yeah.
Who can just natural cure out, get rid of that. Dashes a wish into Giratina. Giratina gets crit.
That's rough. And Sludge Bomb does a quadrillion damage to Clefable. But in comes back Fat Universe.
Second lease on life, but has to dip out again.
Yeah, Celebi is a little too much. In comes Skarm, eating up Earth Power. I mean, Skarm is just... it's tough to get rid of. You do need Zeraora to get rid of it somehow.
Shaman comes back in, but double back into Zeraora, but it's just the Sunsteel.
Yeah.
Only 32%, so nothing huge, but, you know, the chip is adding up fast.
Yeah.
And the top hit arc, which means it's not really going to be able to set up for its sweep, and Ray just throws in the towel.
Yeah.
Ray was having a rough week when this match got played, and just wasn't into it, and just like really after Swampert died, I think Ray was just kind of too frustrated to keep going.
Yeah.
And it happens. It happens. But yeah. Still, good shit to both players, it's just, it happens. Ray was pretty upset after this game. Just didn't want to play it out. I understand. I've been upset after draft games before as well.
Sienna's been upset after draft games that she's won.
Oh yeah. But let's talk about Faye's team. Let's talk about it. Let's bring Faye in. Faye's been waiting patiently, like a good little gamer,
Yeah,
this entire time.
Faye's been freaking respectful.
I've been freaking it.
Oh shit.
Wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You remember shit about this team?
I put stuff in God notes ready. When prepping for this team and like looking through like my potential game plans, like more than any other matchup so far, like I really felt like just how much of a menace Eternatus is. It's like every Pokemon on Ray's roster hates it for like at least 3 different reasons, between like the big bulk and the recovery and the defensive typing and the giant special attack and the coverage and the status and the speed. Like basically everyone on Ray's roster hated this thing for a bunch of different reasons. And so you can just get into just commanding positions where like I can just throw out attacks, and like it's like Ray has had such a hard time staying afloat, while I could just throw out moves and like, hey, maybe I'll get a crit, or maybe I'll get a 10% flamethrower burn or a sludge bomb poison, like. And it's like, I have the bulk, do you just keep throwing them out, and the longevity, you just keep throwing them out, and like, yeah, like just, I mean, just yeah, like it did get like a lucky crit against Giratina, but like, and some like lucky sludge bomb poisons, but it's like the way like the matchup worked out was that like it was kind of an inevitability. It just happened sooner rather than later. Like, so like build like a really bulky, balanced team like around, just like helping out Eternatus here with that game plan. Skarmory is really normal. It's special defense to help against Shaman Sky. And then like the thing, Ray's roster isn't too hurt that much by Stealth Rock, but the things that hate spikes really hate spikes, like between like Gambit and Swampert and Arceus Water. But yeah, this is normal Skarmory. Yeah, it's like spikes were good. This is normal Skarmory. The Solgaleo also has some spit off for like taking hits from like Shaman and Clefable and Monkey and Obama, and like the occasional Zorara Wolf Switch. I put in enough attack to like one-shot King Gambit with close combat, because I didn't want to get beat up by that guy. And like between like Sunsteel Strike and close combat, like it already threatened like it threatened all of the poison immunities by itself, like through like Gambit and Clef, and Monkey Dory got walled by this thing, so it's like Toxic looked like a good button for Solgaleo to put on some pressure on the rest of the team.
Yeah.
Celebi is like Ray's got a lot of like water and electric and grass type or ground type move clickers.
Yeah.
So like,
Finally made sense here.
Yeah. The Heal Bell helped free up a move slot on Sylveon, and like Leech Seed helps it keep healthy and helps heal all the dudes on the team too. And like the EV spread is like enough special attack for like, with some chip on King Gambit, it can get the kill with Aura Sphere between like some combination of like spikes or leech seeding on the switch or whatever, like making it harder to pursue trap. And then like, and then like it has the bulk to like live a hit from full. So like like with Leech Seed helping helping it to stay topped off. And it's like Counter Cleave would be a roll, but like it does at least, but that does mean like it does at least like a Black Glasses, Sucker Punch, or Pursuit. Like it can live those, which like helps it, which like helps avoid the trap and getting killed like, in a lot of positions, and then like, and of course like the heal bell helps like just absorb status and like not have to waste turns clicking heal bell as often. And then the speed is for Diggersby because I learned not to disrespect huge power Pokemon.
Yeah.
The Shaman is a really normal EV spread and a really normal moveset.
Yeah.
Another check to Shaman because like good special bulk, and like if it's like sub-C, like the Hyper Voice goes past it. And then like Yawn is nice for forcing switches, like helping me with momentum. And like it's also like it's a fairy type check, it helps with Giratina. Like Citrus Berry is also like a Giratina thing, but like if it's like a physical Poltergeist set, then like because like this is a consumable item, like I eat the Citrus Berry and now I don't have an item to get Poltergeisted with. It's like it'll like wall the both stabs from Giratina that way. But it's like, but still like helping me heal up if it's not Poltergeist, in case it was like a different matchup. And the Arceus fighting is good at beating King Gambit. It has like a normal ass Juff set.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Ice Beam to help like 1v1 Giratina. And then the speed for Arcanine, I'm pretty sure, because like I am bringing like 3 fire weaknesses on this team, so like having some extra Arcanine insurance. It's like having both of my Uber Dubers be good into Arcanine helps with the fire weakness problem. No. Yeah, normal Drift. I don't remember the special attack in bulk though. But and then Eternatus is regular 3 attacks. Bulky dude. Max speed for Shaman Sky, and also like the Eternatus is like kind of at that break-even point in terms of like HP and defense, which like you basically get the same thing, the same amount of boost, but whether or not you go like all in on HP or you go half and half on both defenses, like
yeah,
it's like basically the same relative boost to your bulk. So it's not like if Shaman Leech Seeds me, then it'll get very slightly less health back, like enough to make it the difference between like out healing substitute self chip and not fully refunding it immediately.
Yeah.
That's
all right. Who's your favorite guy, Morgan?
My favorite guy? I mean, it's gotta be the big man himself, Eternatus. Yeah. I mean, he clicked the buttons, he did the big damage. What can you say?
Yeah, like the
gamer crit.
Yeah, Ray basically spent like the entire game just like trying to stay afloat until Eternatus eventually ruined his life.
Yeah. Yeah. let's talk about the trades.
Yeah, three.
Was it only one trade? Was it just Hydreigon, or did you do another?
Yeah, just Hydreigon. Yeah.
Yeah. So you traded Greninja for Hydreigon.
Yeah. Yeah, just mainly for like the offensively, it like helps. It's got like similarities, like they're both like offensive dog types, like double up on any shell checks it has with like Urshifu and stuff. But it's like like I was realizing that like Eternatus' speed tier is like Eternatus like is like really carrying that speed tier. Like Greninja hasn't felt like as good, and it's like with like Uber's level bulk everywhere, like the damage from Greninja wasn't feeling like super great in a lot of situations. So like I said, like Dragon is like a bit harder hitting and like a bit more defensively sound. Like it gives me another it's like a bulkier resist for like fire and water moves, and then
you were struggling with fire resist for a while, especially, but water too.
And like it be like it's immune to psychic and is immune to ground type moves, which is like really nice for like the coverage, like for like the coverage like would begin to Eternatus. Like Hydreigon can be immune to some of those, which is nice. Yeah, those are the main things behind it.
Yeah, Hydreigon definitely. Definitely. I mean, it already has shown to be quite good from your first playoffs game, but we'll get to that when we get to that. And I'm gonna say, so I just want to like let everybody know, like, basically. Well, so let's like look at the rankings and stuff. So like, wait, not look at the rankings. They don't matter anymore. Sorry. I don't know why I'm saying that. Let's put this on the screen.
But we didn't talk about Race Team at all.
Oh shit, dude! Why am I so fucking forgetful? Well, I know why I am actually. It's because I've been like, I actually don't want to get into it, but I've had a long day. Let's talk about Race Team a little. I'll leave Faye here, whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, Ray did tell me that he wasn't available tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. This DD arc is kind of funny. It was an interesting idea. But it just had no opportunities. It was being suffocated constantly. Heal block on the Giratina was pretty funny. I do wonder if it would have rather had a fucking ghost move so it wasn't blanked by Solgaleo, though. And like, well, it wasn't blanked by all the steel types. Yeah, we got the healing wish, Scarf healing wish, like Shaman. Like, I think Shaman being scarfed this game was a mistake.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like, it doesn't really.
It just outspeeds Eternatus, but it's like that's like what wasn't to the rest of the team.
Yeah, and being choice locked into your roster sucks. Like with Shaman, because like there are so many steel types just waiting to switch into those air slashers and seed flares that you want to hit with earth powers and you can't. And like just having to commit to like one of like air slash or seed flare just kind of sucks. There were like less situations where Ray could like hedge with seed flare and then start clicking air slash on whatever came in, right? You know, and that's one of the things that the Shaman does best. Clef did work. Clef was really holding this entire game together. It was the only thing keeping things afloat. The Wish Heal Bell.
Honestly,
it was not dying, and it was keeping the other things alive.
Honestly, it felt more like Ray was like. It felt less like Clef was wanting the team together, and like it felt more like the team was like really bottlenecked into just relying on Clef. More like
Yeah,
Like-
same difference.
eh.
But yeah, like that's the meaner way of saying it. um. But yeah,
It's
like
look at the PP count. It's like Clef spent 6 turns on Wish and then 2 heal bells.
yeah,
So it's like 1 out of 6 turns was spent on Clef trying to heal the team, while like
yeah.
no, like still
Just
not having
like
any opportunities to get any
constantly.
offense started. Yeah.
Drama, like pretty normal set. Overall, like as for special Drama, at least like, I don't really have much to say about it. Drama did enough stuff. It mostly just kind of pivoted around.
Yeah.
It actually just like wasn't quite strong enough for like what kind of needed to happen. Like, they're not being a breaker on this team really, I think, hurt it in the end. Well, Shaman's kind of a breaker, but like it wasn't built in a way that was conducive to it breaking things. And then Swampert. Swampert got some rocks up and stuff, and like an earthquake once. Yeah, I don't know. I think that this matchup was like really fucking hard, and that it was not helped by the fact that like Ray like I think Ray probably was in a bad mood and wasn't able to like build as good as he could have, like, no matter what. So it's just kind of compounded, and you know, you got the game that we got, and it's unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. And you know, Ray still made playoffs. Ray's still in playoffs. He still has a great record.
Yeah.
So.
The consequences of this game was basically just who gets first seed. Like we were both guaranteed, confirmed already.
Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, like, who's your favorite guy on this team, Morgan?
It's gotta be the Giratina, because the heal block is like one of the... That's like another like crazy ass moment in the league. I loved seeing the heal block just like piss off Sylveon.
It was pretty funny. Alright, now, for realsies, I'm not forgetting anything anymore. Let's put the kill counts on the screen. I'll talk about, and I'm gonna put, sorry Faye, I'm putting you in the dumpster now. I'm putting you in the garbage.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye,
And Faye died.
So yeah, we're gonna be doing, like, for at least for playoffs week 1 and 2, we're gonna be doing them in bulk. Week 1 and 2, week 1 plus 2 as one stream. And the reason for that is that, well, for one, we're already kind of on the week where we would be doing playoffs week 1, so like we want to keep on schedule. But
Yeah.
for 2, that's how we did it last year. We did week 1 and 2 at the same time. And for 3, that makes it the same amount of matches as we normally do, right? Because if we just did week 1 of playoffs, it would only be 4 matches. And so we do week 1 and 2, and it's 8 matches. And so it matches up with our normal setup. And then for how the rest of the weeks are going to be, there's 5 weeks of playoffs this year. For how we set up the rest of the weeks, I'll be kind of figuring that out, like, afterwards. I'm not really sure exactly how I want to do it. I'm gonna see a little bit how the bracket progresses, but definitely, at least for next stream, like, it's gonna be weeks 1 plus 2. So that'll be I guess that'll be next week, because it's week 2 right now. And then we'll have a bit of a gap. But yeah. And I think that pretty much like concludes the stream, or at least as much as I have to say. Thank you as always for joining me, Morgan. Better late than never. Honestly, I think people remembered shit but way better than I expected. I think we actually had pretty good insight on everything. I don't think that this was a particularly like fucked up or below average draft stream. So
honestly, given we were down one match, the stream length is like pretty on par with the other streams. Granted, we did also talk about like people's rosters overall because quite a few people got knocked out, but
yeah, I mean that filled in the extra time. It worked out.
Yeah.
But but yeah, like I'm gonna head off. If Morgan wants to finish up with anything else, any housekeeping, then
yeah, thank you.
that is their prerogative. But I'm gonna hop off. Have a good night, gamer. See ya.
Bye.
Oh boy.
All right. Well, that was a week 8. Those video game trailers, though. Well, thank you all for joining us for tonight. This is a little bit of a diversion from Codename stream. I was hoping to get YouTube Part 2 done before this, but I was having internet problems, and honestly, I had internet problems at the start of this, and I'm literally fucking dropping frames as I say this, dude. The weather's been really wonky the past few days. I think it's been fucking with my, like, internet a lot. So hopefully that gets better. Because I really love to get through a stream without seeing, like, fucking 30,000 dropped frames. That would be cool. That'd be sweet, even. I will not be streaming tomorrow, because I have work early on Saturday. But I will be streaming on Saturday itself. And we will do YouTube Part 2 then. Unless I work really early on Sunday, then I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll fucking figure it out. Does this live streamer care about peace, love, unity, or respect? I'm going to be seeing my girlfriend tomorrow, so yes. I know I'm going to be feeling peace, love, unity, and respect. And I'm going to be happy. And I'm going to be so freaking happy. But, that's going to be it for tonight's stream. I want to thank you all for coming. Hope you have a good night and take care. I will hopefully be back on Saturday to continue the fucking YouTube stuff. YouTube movie night. We'll see how it goes. Have a good night, everybody. Take care.